Mass Cathedral in New York.
And then, live from Seattle, we'll bring you Mass from St. James Cathedral. Join us for a night-long Christmas celebration.
All on the Catholic Channel, Sirius 159.
And XM 117.
The Jay Thomas Show. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. The curious. The extreme. The fascinating. Jay Thomas is on the new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Hey, the Jay Thomas Show at Sirius 108 XM 139. And what is it? What do you have? What is this? What is it? It's Rodney Lee Conover playing the piano. Oh, man, this is wonderful. What a holiday.
That boy took my love away. He'll regret it someday. Cause you're a fucking bitch. But this boy wants you back again. I don't know why.
Yeah, baby.
Cause you stole all my shit. Oh, man, this boy.
Yeah.
Would be happy just to bone you. Oh, my. Hey, am I up?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the great Rodney Lee Conover, everybody. Thank you very much. Wow. I've been wanting you to get on that piano. And
I think I got the configuration figured out, and look for it in 09.
Okay, good. Rodney Lee Conover is back with us. His mother deathly ill, and he's dragged himself out of his mother's deathbed to be with us today. And Mickey Sherman and his lovely wife, Lise Wheel.
Man, is she hot.
She really is.
Mickey's not here yet, is she?
Nobody's here yet.
Okay, because she is a hot tamale.
Man, she's so fine.
Oh, God.
And she was...
He better hope she doesn't get LASIK surgery and get a good look at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, isn't it funny, though? I mean, he's a successful defense attorney. He's on all the channels and all that. But it is funny that if he were...
Joe the plumber.
Well, yeah, forget Joe the plumber. A lawyer, but not on TV or not, Mr. Joker or whatever. You're guilty until proven.
They do compliment one another, don't they?
Well, one of her boobs is as big as his head. I mean, that's
I did take note of that.
Beautiful. She's gorgeous.
I think the phrase "blue vein milky" comes into play at some point.
I don't know what that picture was. So.
Okay. Just please tell me when Mickey comes on, and I'll be shutting my mouth about this.
A friend of mine's wife, for God's sakes. By the way...
Stop yourself!
I'm
still excited from the game last night, Jay. Oh, that's right. That would be an O-time kick by Robbie Goodis-Gould.
Well, I don't watch professional football anymore. I suddenly don't have any interest in it.
I can't imagine
as a New Orleans Saints fan.
I noticed you didn't mention the Saints-Bears game for the fourth year in a row.
Well, here's the other stupid thing. The Drew Brees guy throws for 350 against Detroit, and they win 42-7, and I'm going, he shouldn't have had the nerve to even start. I mean, once everybody is out of the playoffs, and Garrett, you can get in on this with me, too. Why wouldn't they just stop playing? Like, that's it. They don't have a chance.
Are the Giants gonna do that next week, Garrett? Are they gonna set everybody?
No, remember last year the Giants were in the playoffs already, and they were going to face the Patriots for this 16-0 season, and they started all their starters.
Yeah, but that they had motivation.
They lost. They said that was the reason why they won the Super Bowls, because it kept everyone fresher.
Oh, yeah, that's a point.
Yeah, momentum.
Boy, too bad about Favre. That pissed me off.
What happened?
Well, the Jets lost a game they should have won.
Are they out of it completely?
No. If they win Sunday and the Patriots lose, then they win their division.
All right.
So last night, I have to tell you, Rodney, you're going to love this. I owe Garrett $100 from a Jets game he bet on.
Is that what the kids are calling Jets game?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
go.
My buddy, Larry, brings his boys in town. I have my guys in town. And we break out the booze, and we break out the cards.
Oh, no way.
And Larry is a professional gambler.
Poker face Thomas.
Yeah. So I write down what beats what.
Yeah, got your little card.
I got my card. My card. And I couldn't tell you today what beats. I've been playing poker since I'm 5. I couldn't tell you what beats what.
Yeah.
He's there, and he's telling us, he's sitting there with us, and he's a great guy, but he knows what we have in our hands.
Oh, those guys know. They can look at your face and tell you what you got.
No, but he knows by the cards on the table. So he says, look, so we all put in, $50. The kids put in $50. Everybody did. We tore up paper and everything else. We break out the Cohiba cigars that gorgeous woman from a cigar company came and brought us, Macanudo. And we bring out all these fabulous cigars. And I get a bunch of food and brandy and booze. Kids are drinking, smoking, everything. We play all night long, Rodney, and I threw in. I didn't, like they do on TV. If you don't have anything, you throw it in, So I would throw something in, and my buddy would go, "Would you have a 2 and an 8?" Like that.
Oh, shit.
He would say stuff, and I'd have
and you had like a 2 and a 7, but he's damn close, right?
Yeah, or a 3 and a 9, or whatever it was. What'd you have? So he would be playing, and he'd look at his cards, and he'd go,
he's like, "You got king queen suited.
Yes,
you
he
got
does.
2 and a 4. Yeah. You're."
So he got down, and then all of a sudden. Remember that guy in the Olympics that beat everybody, the runner, whatever his name was, this Jamaican guy? He just beat us. So what I'm wondering is, if it's luck, if cards are luck, I don't quite understand. I guess
poker players will, to a man, tell you that is total bullshit. You sometimes can win with a bad hand easier than with a good hand.
Well, and then another thing was, they kept saying, Dad, be careful. He's going to trap you like that. And then one of the times they did the all-in thing, I got to tell you, I had like maybe $150 in front of me. All in is crazy. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You put all your chips in, then you're done, right? I didn't do it. I was scared. I would have won too. I was scared to death. All in,
Yeah.
I would put $10 in like it was a big deal. Man, it was nuts though. So then. We go over to David Letterman this morning, and I video something, and so I come back to Sirius Satellite. They desperately want me to wear a football jersey or something, with Sirius on it. So they won't let me do that on the David Letterman show. I don't want to do it either. So just a few minutes ago, there was a cadre of promotions people here, Rodney, and they've given me a Sirius Satellite lapel pin.
Sweet.
Should I wear it?
Fuck yeah.
All right, I will.
You nuts? What are you, new?
I will. Like people are going to see it and tune in.
Come on, man.
Right?
It's like when Barack had the whole thing with the flag. Come on, this is your moment.
Okay, I'll wear the lapel pin. Okay. And how would you think of their faces, Garrett, when I said, I'm not wearing that? What are you, nuts? I'm not wearing that.
Well, Jay, I got something I got to say.
Sure.
I heard you fucking killed him at Carolina.
I did. I had a great time. I really did.
I heard this from people that normally don't say good things about you, so I know it's true.
Yeah, there you go. So, I had a big time, and we missed you, and we'll do it again in the...
Well, I hope so, man. Damn it.
In the spring. We're having Mickey Sherman and his wife, Lise Wheel, on. She was Clinton's attorney. I didn't realize that. And, boy, that's...
Those are some stories. Come on. If we could get her drunk, but damn it.
But you know what's funny? That's genius, isn't it? That they.
Well, it's like he hired Dick Morris as his chief of staff. He's a fucking right winger. I mean, it's genius.
Oh, Dick Morris was always a right winger.
Oh, you bet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, sure.
I thought he switched. I thought some hooker.
Well, he switched because of the money will in politics will switch you.
No, I thought he was
quicker
left.
than Larry Craig and fucking Stahl.
I thought he was left and a hooker sucked him to the right. Dick Morris. That's what
I'm sure that was part of his deal memo. As we
when
say.
you see somebody that is physically as a person, or a guy that talks like that, a guy that talks like Dick Morris, when you see a guy like that who is just not a man's man or whatever, and you know that when he was a kid, he just got, picked on and beaten up, and now he's I'm sure a very smart guy. I just don't get that, and I wouldn't have anybody like that around me. I just wouldn't.
The thing about Dick Morris is that he's not an ideologue. He is a conservative, but he will tell it like it is, and those are the guys you got to listen to because Bill Clinton got elected twice because he listened to that.
Well, we have Buchanan coming back on again.
Oh, great!
Man's man. You can see him with a scotch and a cigar and the whole thing.
He thinks it's over for the world, man. I've been reading his columns lately.
I know. It's done. We're done.
Yeah.
Well, we had that guy on, that investment guy, Caliente or whatever. I couldn't sleep for 3 days.
Oh, that was bad. I had to talk you down after that.
I'll tell you something else. I'm in New York. It is really quiet. And people are
cold?
Freezing. People are walking around.
How cold is it?
We did all the cold jokes the other day, and they didn't go well.
John McCain made an appearance with Joe the Eskimo today.
That's how cold it was?
That's how cold it was. Yeah.
I even tried the one where O.J. killed it was so cold in Las Vegas, he killed someone and crawled in their carcass to stay warm. Dead silence.
But that's just for one guy in the back of the room. That's not a...
Well, that's what we got.
Well,
we got
you know
one
how...
guy in the back of the room.
You do know how really cold it is.
How cold is it?
Today, an Iraqi reporter threw his Uggs at President Bush. All right, I'm done with that.
All right, Garrett, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your $100.
Wow, thank you very much.
From the Jets win. I won that last night. Thank you very much.
Oh, so you won in poker?
No, but I pretended I did. I went to the ATM this morning. Hey, Chuck of New Jersey, 8884-102-102. Go to jthomas.com. Rodney Lee Conover is here. We're bringing in Mickey Sherman and his wife, Lise Wheel, from Fox, and Mickey's from all the channels. We're going to talk about the guy from The Sopranos that was acquitted. We're going to talk about this Madoff guy. We're going to talk about what's the other couple of other things in the news. A bunch of other. Oh, I know who. The governor of Illinois, Rodney. We're going to talk about. Yeah. We'll talk about what Mickey would have done, and can do to defend these people. Chuck of New Jersey. Yes, sir. How are you, Chuck?
What's going on, Jay? Glad you put me on. I try to catch you. I try to get on to call you when you're on 101 on Fridays. I caught you at Caroline's the other night, and I want my money back. Jay, you fucking suck. Howard was ripping on you today on the fucking bed. Dude, you fucking blow. Find a new line of work. You're a horrible comedian.
You're
stuck on the radio, and your life just must be an epitome of your fucking comedy because you fucking suck. Get a new job, you loser.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Let me tell you something. This is the time of year.
That wasn't a friend of mine.
No, I know it wasn't. This is the time of year.
This season's joy.
Yes.
It brings it out in people.
Yeah. Now, here's the funny part. We also know that none of that is true. They did run a rerun this morning. They're having the history of Howard part 1, right?
So how could he have ripped on you for airlines?
Yeah, he wasn't there.
That's all right.
But I was listening, and I'm in the office, and I listened, and it was back when he replaces me in New York, and they go, we need a traffic guy. They say, who's available? I said, well, Jay Thomas's guy's available. And he says, I don't want him. He's probably bad luck. he probably, stinks. He says Jay had, 2 listeners. So that's what he's listening to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, listen, I have to tell you.
The holiday, it brings it out in people, and you can walk down the street and just see it in people's eyes.
Some guy.
They're happy.
Some guy said to me the other day, I love it when you have your guys call up that they hate you. I said, let me tell you something, man. I don't think there's anybody around who pays people to call up and say they hate you. You know what I'm saying?
There may be some folks that do that. I can say without a doubt, having known you for I don't know how many years, Jay, that you have never, ever done that.
No, I don't do it at all. But you know what? I don't mind you calling. I mean this. It's almost as if you're
if it makes you feel better. It's the holidays.
Have you ever had a boil, Rodney?
Yeah.
All right. they lance the boil. It's terribly painful. And the pus, and there's this thing inside of a boil called the core of a boil. I remember, and my brother had them. You had to pull the core out. That guy that just called
he pulled a core. He pulled a core.
He's a festering boil of unhappiness.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm here for you for that.
You're Lance.
I'm here, man. Come on.
J. Lance Thomas.
I'm not going to, maybe I'll yell at you, but so what? That's even better if you get somebody so far above you to come down to your level to yell back at you. But if you are filled with the festering pus of despair, Rodney, I'm here for you. Okay.
Yeah, the problem with that is if you do try to go at it with idiots, they're going to drag you down to their level and beat you with experience, and that's the problem.
I have the most powerful weapon ever known, Rodney.
That would be the dump button.
That's exactly right. That would be the click.
Yes.
And you turn them off and you go like this. Where are you? Oh, chicken, huh? Couldn't take it, huh? But you don't turn them off. You don't turn them off until, Now, here's the funny thing. Sean hasn't come to work. Of course, it's the holidays. It's holidays. Oh. He's gone. The phones are ringing off the hook.
Or something.
Garrett has left the room.
It's me and you?
I'm all alone.
Get out of here.
The phones are ringing off the hook. Every one of them says, I agree with that last guy.
Now you know how I feel every day, Jay.
Yeah, all by yourself. All right. So let's talk about the kid from The Sopranos. He was there when this off-duty cop got killed. In the old days, once you're there, you're part of the deal.
Right,
now, I don't know if I always agree.
Accessory.
He got off scot-free. I don't even think he has to do any time. I think he's done the time.
It used to be it was like you pulled the trigger, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. And they were saying that the jury or whatever, you're
going to see a lot more arguing among criminals now. They're going to be going, you shoot him. No, you shoot him. No, you shoot him.
Well, one guy's doing 25 years. One guy is definitely doing 25 years. Mickey Sherman and his lovely wife, Lise Wheel, are coming in. Hold on a minute. Come on in. Over here. How are you? Is this we don't have a full complement of people here. Hey, how are you, Lise? How are you? You look even more beautiful.
Thank you.
We were just saying that if Lise ever gets LASIK surgery, Mickey, you're in tremendous trouble. If she can see you. Where do you want to put them?
Wherever they want.
Right here.
You refer to the guests?
Okay.
Yeah, right here. Okay. There you go. And then right. Hi, I'm Jay.
Jay, this is Dave Webb. He's with Sirius.
Old Rooster from KLOL.
You're the rooster? Oh, my God, the old rooster.
Yeah, it's
here.
been a long time.
Hey, Mickey, how are you?
Very good, guy.
There you go. Thank you. Rodney Lee, you put those up. Rodney Lee Conover is in Los Angeles.
Hey, Mickey.
Hey, how you doing, Rodney?
And Lise.
Terrific.
Now, you know what?
I'm a big fan of Elise. I've been watching this woman.
It's Lise.
You touch her?
I say Elise because I can't say Lise.
No. Now, this picture that they sent, Lise.
Uh-oh.
Please don't talk about that.
Let me see.
Well, look, this is what
I'm alone here, okay?
We went online.
No.
And it looks like your boobs are, it looks like two bald men trying to crawl out of a sack. What is that? That's kind of an unusual picture. Have you seen this?
Let me see that.
My God, that's what they sent us.
What are you saying?
We call over to Fox. We go, send us something that has Mickey Sherman and Lise in it.
This is what they sent you?
They sent this. You know what? Fair and balanced, I'll tell you that.
I've seen balanced before.
Well, they're
not
not tan and they're balanced. They're fair and balanced.
Jay, I look like a stalker.
Yeah,
you are a
it's really
stalker.
scary.
That's why I'm here.
You know what you look like? You look like you're going to say, ha-cha-cha.
That's what I had just said, actually.
Okay. Hey, now listen. I'm glad y'all are here. First of all, let's get the plugs out of the way. Mickey, what are your books that you want people to buy for the holiday season? How Can You Defend Those People by Mickey Sherman, and he'll talk about being one of the most famous defense attorneys in the United States. And then, and his is hardcover. Poor Lise, yours is not hardcover.
What's a galley?
Those are galleys. It's Face of Betrayal. It's coming out in April. It hasn't come out yet.
Face of Betrayal,
yes.
And this is a novel.
Yes, my first novel.
Is Mickey in it?
It's not about me.
He is in it.
Is there sex in it?
There's some sex and violence.
Is there betrayal in it?
There's
Not by
definite
me.
betrayal.
Is that your face?
That is not my face. My face is on the back, but you can't see it on the gallery.
Are your breasts in this book? No.
It's a fold-out.
It's a
fold-out.
It's a fold-up.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. So
you.
why did you decide to write like a novel, a fictional thing?
Because I wanted to talk about real stories and call them fiction.
Right, like Thoreau, like Scott, like
yeah. This story is about a young woman, an intern, who goes from the West Coast
Mm-hmm.
to the East Coast to intern for a U.S. senator and winds up dead. And the senator, of course, is a suspect. But the defense
Is that
lawyer,
that's like the one in Washington where the girl was found dead?
Chandra Levy, ripped from the headlines.
Right.
from the headlines.
Okay. Did you know her, Chandra?
No.
Levy?
I reported on her, obviously, at that
Right.
time, but no, I didn't know her.
We were just discussing, and I don't know why I didn't know this. You were Bill Clinton's attorney.
Yes, during impeachment. I was the attorney for the Democrats on the impeachment committee.
When they went out looking for attorneys, did they say, she's smart and all that, but let's get this beautiful woman up there to show that women can respect him or defend him or whatever? Is that part of the thing?
Don't forget that when I was hired, was right when the Starr Report came out. I was hired knowing that the Starr Report was going to come out. The Democrats didn't know at that time whether or not Monica Lewinsky was going to say, there was a quid pro quo, Clinton was trying to pay me off, all of that. So if she had said that, which she did not say, if she had said that they wanted a woman, former federal prosecutor, outside the Beltway without a lot of political fingerprints, which I didn't have, to cross-examine Monica Lewinsky. In other words, that you wanted a woman to prosecute or to cross-examine another woman.
Now, when you get hired on...
That's that hot woman-on-woman prosecution thing I've been hearing about.
You can see it on
song.
it's on MILF Hunter 4.
You know what? You know what was really bad, Rodney, is...
You like that?
That is a reference for Only the Lonely.
But
they were going to actually...
going downhill.
You know what?
You realize, everybody out there, I'm stuck in this room with these four guys.
No, but you know
I'm
what?
in the back of the room. I can't even get out.
What would have been great?
Yeah, but there's three of you.
If they would have put you and Monica in one of those little rubber swimming pools with the oil, and had you cross-examine her. So... When you meet Bill Clinton, and I've never asked you this, but you meet Bill Clinton. I've met him before. It cost me $1,000 to meet him. He's a big, tall guy, and women find him very powerful. I look like the president of Armenia next to him, right? So, what was it like? Did you feel that sexual power that women talk about? I'm not kidding.
Well, we weren't supposed to really even get near Bill Clinton because we were. that sounds worse
because of the restraining
By the
order.
Hey, watch this.
Came out.
Those damn protective orders.
Hey, Rodney, I don't do his voice. You do it. Imagine Bill Clinton seeing this picture that Fox sent over of Lee's wheel.
Oh my God! Can you imagine that?
Well,
can you imagine the first time that they met? I mean, what does he say to you, Lee?
Yeah. What is that? So you stayed away from him.
You stayed away from it. And don't forget, Jay, I was legal counsel. I'm there as the counselor.
We know.
Hey, Mickey, we know.
Come on.
What attracted you to a man a foot shorter than you? No, I'm serious. With circles under his eyes and a career that at best is mediocre.
But all that aside, he's
by the way, 2 guys are on death row now because of this man.
That's not your only one.
Only one's on death row.
And those motor vehicle violations can be very tricky. So. Come on.
What was it like?
He did stalk me, I do have to say.
Oh, he is a stalker.
He did stalk me. He called me up. We were going to be on a show on a Saturday night on Fox, and he called and got through the producer and said, the producer said, I'll patch him through. And I thought, oh, gosh, what a dweeb. He just wants to talk about his talking points for tonight. It's a Saturday.
Oh, my God.
How annoying, right. And then he asked me out. I guess I was just so flustered. I didn't.
You said yes.
I said yes.
You were so flustered. You said yes. Think about it. No, you weren't shocked.
That is striking when the iron's hot.
So, Mickey, in the face of that kind of, it doesn't look good for you at that point.
Well,
were you positive that she would fall for you?
No, don't forget, I've been calling a 900 number. So I wasn't sure how it was going to work. But you know what? The funniest part was when I introduced her to you for the first time. Long before we were ever engaged.
You know what you said to me? She's a liberal.
No. I forgot what I said to her, but it's what you said to me, which was, Mickey, don't screw this up. This one's prime cut.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
now I'm a slab of meat?
No.
Good slab.
I didn't mean to say prime cut. Hey, why are there? You're over there with Bill O'Reilly on the radio.
Right.
They're going to have Thompson take his show over.
I guess so. That's
Fred.
Fred.
That's not going to be good. I know. They should.
What's it going to be called?
Huh?
I don't know. I just don't.
Droopy eye bags.
Grass growing with Fred?
Yeah. He's not a great speaker.
Well, did you see any of the debates and interviews when he was running?
So that's got to piss you off a little bit. You probably don't want to make a statement now, but.
No, I mean, look, Bill and I did radio for almost 6
Why
and a
is
half
he
years.
quitting, Bill?
He's going to concentrate more on the television. I mean, it
Right.
really is a lot, as you know, to do 2 hours of radio and then turn right around and do another.
And turn right around and do the same thing on TV.
Yes, exactly.
It's really...
Yeah. You know
that
what's
can wear
awful?
on you.
You know what's awful to say the same exact thing.
Yeah, that can wear on you.
How
Jack.
about Rush Limbaugh, who reprints his show and makes $12 million a year selling the transcript as a booklet of some sort on a daily basis?
You know, that's what makes America great.
It's not hard, Lisa. It's not difficult. Mickey, you would do it in a minute, wouldn't
In a
you?
heartbeat.
Of course you would.
In a
It
heartbeat.
isn't difficult. I do this show, a music show, Howard show. I mean, except for the drugs and alcohol, I'm exhausted.
Well, that's it.
That's it.
Maybe that's what he needs.
The 2 books. Where are the books? Oh, they're right here.
You've already lost them.
Lee's Wheel, who is on Fox, and of course you hear her on Bill O'Reilly's radio show. Face of Betrayal is the novel, a triple threat novel, and of course the ever popular Mickey Sherman. How can you defend those people so badly? That's his new book. Okay, we'll go away and come back. I want to talk about the governor of Illinois, the Sopranos kid, and Mr. Madoff, who made off with all the money. The Jay Thomas Show. Rodney Lee Conover is here. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Jay Thomas. New for afternoons. New to 108 and new to XM. Jay Thomas. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. Stars 2. Jay Thomas. Sirius 108 and XM 139. Maxim Radio. With Covino and Rich.
Hey, it's Covino. I'm Rich Davis. Every day you can catch us here on Sirius XM Stars Deuce. We're Maxim Radio. Everything Maxim, like the magazine, and we talk about, well, everything you and your friends are talking about. Entertainment, sports, women, relationships, how to better your life in every way. Trying to dominate the scene? Make sure you listen to us and we'll teach you how. It's Covino and Rich. Be here.
Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Weekdays noon to 3 p.m. East and replayed from 6 till 9 p.m. East. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108, XM 139.
When the pressure from past due credit card bills becomes too heavy for you to carry alone, Acopia Consulting wants you to know there is a way out without filing for bankruptcy. Acopia Consulting are professional debt analysts who can help you reduce your debt by 30 to 70% in as little as 12 to 36 months. You can lower your monthly payments and finally get ahead. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation to find out just how much you can save. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit card bills, medical bills, or department store debt, Acopia Consulting can give you real solutions to your debt problems. Individual results will vary, not available in all states. Call for your free information and get a team of debt negotiators on your side. Call 800-504-7535. Break free from debt. Call Acopia at 800-504-7535. That's 800-504-7535. 800-504-7535.
Imagine a lifetime of the most exclusive, star-studded, action-packed radio entertainment all in one place. Now, you don't have to imagine. For a limited time, SiriusXM is offering everything worth listening to for the life of your radio at a savings of $100. With commercial-free music, talk, comedy, news, and sports 24/7, you can grow old listening to your favorite channels, including E Street Radio, Willie's Place, Shade 45, Radio Margaritaville, Underground Garage, and everything in between, including Bob Dylan's Theme Time Radio Hour, Tom Petty's Buried Treasure, B.B. King's Bluesville, The Grateful Dead Channel, Seriously Sinatra, and Metropolitan Opera Radio. Plus, all your favorite sports from the NFL and NASCAR to the NHL and the PGA Tour Network. It's all in one place. And for a limited time, you can save $100 when you sign up. Call 1-877-6-SIRIXM. That's 1-877-674-7496.
The Jay Thomas Show. For idiots, by idiots. Non-stop idiot action. The new afternoon show on Stars 2. Jay Thomas on Sirius 108 and XM 139. Stars 2.
We have a song that has Lee's name in it, or Wheel. You have Wheel? Something with Wheel in it?
Wheel of Fortune, something like that.
No. There's a Wheel song out there. Mickey Sherman, his book, How Can You Defend Those People? Great bathroom reading. And Lee's Wheel from Fox. It's just coming out, Face of Betrayal. It is a novel, okay? And Mickey, of course, on all the talk shows talking about defending people and stuff. First of all, Lee's, Bertie Madoff if you're a federal prosecutor, they put all the stuff together, $50 billion Ponzi scheme.
Right.
They put it all together. Then they give you the information as the prosecutor.
Right.
Any way you think that his two sons didn't know over the last 15 years what he was doing? He says that they didn't know, right?
Right, he's protecting them.
Right.
But I know. You got to think that over that length of time, that close a family, that they knew what was going on. And so if I'm the federal prosecutor, what I do now, or I've already done, is I bring them in and I do a sort of a come to Jesus moment. Come to me now and talk to me now. Tell me everything you know about the family biz, or you're going down as well.
How many years could they get?
The sons?
Yeah.
Well, with conspiracy, it's still, because of the amount of money involved, if they get even one conspiracy charge, then they're put into the whole loop of the conspiracy, and they could be looking at, 50 years or more. I mean,
each one of them.
Absolutely. So what they need to do, if they so want to, is to cooperate with the feds, cooperate with the prosecutor, and say, okay, look, I'll turn evidence against my dad.
The old man dies in jail, right?
Yeah.
70.
How old is he now?
70.
Yeah.
He dies in jail.
He does not, other than the arrogant sort of look he has, he does not look all that well.
Well, he looked much better a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Now, Mickey, you go in
if
there.
If he did it for that long, why didn't he have an exit strategy? Like when the heat comes on, you're in the Cayman Islands and you're out of there.
You know what? Can I say something for prosecuting white-collar criminals and prosecuting, blue-collar or pink-collar criminals? I'll take the blue-collar any day, the bank robbers, because
what would a
just
pink collar be like? Hugo Boss?
Yeah, the women, But
no, but I mean, who is a pink collar? What does that mean?
I just made that up, Jay.
You made it just now?
I just totally made it up, so I have no idea.
It's not like a white-collar criminal who's gay. What is a
there you go.
Collar?
I think that's a good definition.
Mickey, it's your wife. What does pink collar mean?
It's exactly. It's a gay white collar criminal.
God, Mickey, you've been drinking again.
We're going down in the tube.
You ought to see this guy over here, Rodney. It's sad.
Is that right?
It's terrible.
But I love the blue collar guys because they come in. It's like cost of doing business. You're just you prosecutor, you feds. You're just doing your job. I got caught with the drugs. I got caught with the red dye pack.
They're good people.
They're good people.
No,
the white collar guys are arrogant.
They're easier people to deal with
Yeah.
on both sides. Both. You don't forget, Lise, was a federal prosecutor. She's a third-generation federal prosecutor. I was a state prosecutor, and I dealt with the blue-collar guys, no white or anything.
What do you ask from, let's say the Madoffs come to you, what kind of money do you ask for that they have left as the defense attorney, Mickey? You're going against Leeds. What do you ask?
I weigh all considerations and then ask as much as they got.
Do you have to look at what they have left?
Yeah, but you got to make sure it's clean money. There's a great lawyer out in California whose name I can't remember now. It's not Bob Shapiro, but it's somebody like that. And he says when you meet with the client, you ask two questions: how much money can you give me, and when can you give me more?
And that's it. Right?
Yeah, in this.
What do you say? Clean money. Everyone is saying all of their money is dirty.
Well, I assume that at some point he made a decent living doing legitimate business. And if you can trace that down and track it down in accounts where they were not tainted, then you can get decent money. And also, the federal prosecutors, what you do, and what I've done, is I've asked the federal prosecutors, my client has money in this bank account, he's authorized me to tell you that,
right.
And I'd like to take X amount of money out as my fee. Do you folks have a problem with that? Can we agree that that's okay?
And what would you do, please?
I as a prosecutor, I don't have to worry about getting money from anybody, but I think it's going to be really tough. I disagree with Mickey to get paid in clean money.
Hold on. This is line one. Gary of Canada, is this true or you're just...
Yeah, it is, Jay. Yeah, I've been watching...
Madoff just committed suicide.
Yeah.
What?
He just...
Was it Madoff or somebody else?
No. It's somebody else. We just make sure you're right about that, Gary, because just a few minutes ago over in Fox, breaking news from the New York Times, AP saying that a victim. Somebody that worked with him who lost $1.4 billion. Exactly.
Suicide.
That's it. $1.4
billion. You idiot, Gary of Canada.
Oh, give Gary a break. But no.
You idiot.
It's the first of many, probably.
Tell you the truth,
you know what his name really was? Mr. Rope. It was really
No,
weird.
don't tell us the truth. Keep lying.
Now, Gary, I guess when the news goes across the border, it's like that. It's like that game you play when you whisper, like telephone.
Well,
and by the time it got to Canada,
that was News
Madoff.
Canadian.
It's like the old Canadian money. It's 25% less truthful.
Yes. You idiot! I thought we were going to have a breaking story. I might have made the paper.
Holy fuck! I'm sure they said that he had a bottle of sleeping bag tablets on his desk.
Yeah.
And he'd taken those.
But it
and
wasn't
he split both
Madoff.
of his
No.
wrists.
Wait,
It was another
take
guy.
another bong hit and then finish the story.
Why do you need the pills and to cut yourself?
I have no
Good
idea.
God Almighty!
That's making sure
All right.
insurance, I guess.
Hey, thanks for nothing. Jerry.
Jay, I'm
Okay,
going to ask you something.
sorry, guys.
Do you always call your listeners idiots?
When they are.
No.
And sometimes fucking idiots.
Oh my goodness!
Sorry about that. I'm sorry, Mickey.
My ears are
Hey,
burning.
Mickey. Sorry.
I love when you talk dirty to my wife.
Okay, so that's them. The next one is Governor Blagojevich. What do you say?
Blagojevich.
How
I
do
just said it 3 times.
How do you say it, Rodney? Rodney, you're in Illinois. You're-
Blogger.
Bloggerovich.
Yeah.
Okay,
Blogger.
so Lise, they're saying that this prosecutor Fitzgerald. He has said so much that you can't see the jury, which is true. I'm not going to. They would say, "Did you see this on TV?" Sure, I did. Read
Right.
about it in the paper.
Right.
Most horrible person in the world. The next thing is he never paid anybody off, and he never really named a name or did anything. So it's just telephone and his wife cursing in the background.
Yes, she's lovely, right?
Yeah, she's a lovely person. So there's nothing that he physically did.
We don't know. We don't. All we know now is the talk. And you're right. The talk isn't going to be enough because that's protected. You got to take a step in the conspiracy. You got to actually do something, buy something. You know, like the guys that were convicted yesterday, the 5 Muslim guys. They were convicted of conspiring to blow up Fort Dix out
But did
here.
they say we are going to blow the Fort Dix up like that?
They did
say
that,
it like that?
and then they
No,
also
that was
went,
on Rocky and Bullwinkle. That was
that was a good impression.
All right.
But then they went and bought assault guns. They went and bought assault guns from
did
the
they tap
FBI.
their shoes in a stall anywhere? Because I know that.
We're going to blow up the Fort Dix.
Boris Badenoff. It's Boris
We're
Badenoff.
going to blow up the
I'd like
Fort
to get
And
you
then the
and
guy
Monica
goes like
together,
this.
Liz.
They're going to blow up somebody's dicks. That's Gary in Canada. They're going to blow up somebody's dicks, I tell you. Gary in Canada, that's right,
I just
Gary.
heard Jay Thomas committed suicide.
Yeah, that's right. And the Arabs are blowing up dicks all over the United States.
It's close. He had my wife and I on the show. That's
Wait, talk for yourself.
All right, now, Mickey Sherman,
Yes.
you've got the Illinois, this is great because you're the defense attorney and your wife's the prosecutor. You've got the governor of Illinois, and he hasn't done anything.
Right.
So what do you do? What do you...
First, he's got to get some hair conditioners. He's got to get something just a volumizer, something. It just bothers me.
It is bad.
It's like Kilimanjaro.
But did you hear that he yells at his aides when they don't have the right Paul Mitchell
we all
comb the
do.
brush
We all
right
do
there in the
that,
right
of
place for
course.
him? Can you imagine?
Yeah,
But you can't convict him of that, Lee.
I don't know. I would.
Well, it's a fashion.
Unless he didn't
misdemeanor.
repeat.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a fashion
Unless he
violation.
didn't let it stay for 3 minutes.
But
That's right.
He's going down swinging. This guy's not going to plead guilty to nothing.
Right.
It just looks like it's in his bones. He's going down, and if he takes people with him, so be it. But it looks like he's going to fight.
Okay.
Do you think this thing came out of the Resco guy singing somewhere?
Not necessarily. Sometimes these things just are, stumbled upon while somebody's wiretapping somebody for something else. All of a sudden, this comes up, and this could be something of that nature.
Now, what do you think of Fitzgerald saying all the grandstanding things that like Giuliani used to do,
Right,
and like
right.
Spitzer used to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, these guys have a lot of hubris, but
Doesn't it hurt it
technically-
when you get into the...
Right. Technically, you're not supposed to. Remember the Nifong in the Duke rape case, and he came out and said, these guys are scum, they're horrible. I mean, he didn't use the word
Right,
scum, but just
right.
basically that. Or in the Kobe Bryant case, the prosecutor came out and used the now infamous, this is a slam dunk, which of course it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It was really a layup.
It really was.
Not even.
I think it was backdoor.
Oh boy!
Get into the
Can I
point.
get out of here?
I told you this morning. None of that.
But I was talking about basketball.
Yes, of course you were, Jay. Anyway, so did he cross the line ethically? Probably. But this is a smart,
But
tough
he
guy.
but he knows that.
I know. But I think it's like anybody else.
Mickey,
You get in the limelight.
as big a
and-
talker as he is, I've never seen you say anything. Maybe in the courtroom you got in trouble a couple of times, but you don't give big speeches on the steps, do you, Mick?
No.
You want to though,
No,
don't you?
on the big case,
Yeah.
if there's a microphone thing, you go up there, you say a few things, bada boom, bada bing, get out of there.
Okay, right. Okay, I got it. Charles of Maryland, you have a question for Mickey Sherman, whose new book, How Can You Defend Those People and Take All Their Money and Still Lose the Case? That's his newest book.
Actually, paperback.
That's right. Go ahead, Charles of Maryland. What's your question?
Yes, sir. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Boxer Day.
Right.
Got everybody covered.
Yes.
Mr. Sherman, I listen to you on Nancy Grace every now and then.
But on those 3 words, I'm able to get out before I get holiday.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you'd like to hear somebody tell her to shut the hell up and stop interrupting me so I can speak.
No, but here's the number if you want to call in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know, let me tell you, the America we fly over loves Nancy Grace. She is incredibly popular, and I know this sounds bizarre, but she's really a good person, a great person, and a good friend. It's just her nature. It's the way she works her show. It's her shtick. But I got to tell you, she's really a good person.
Well, you know, Charles, I've known her a long time, too. And, you know, the original story was her boyfriend was killed, and she was a kindergarten teacher or something, and
Right.
she became a prosecutor. Yeah. But I think that her show, and I think that her quest, has made her look insane. Sure, I know you can't say anything. Her eyes are all bugged out. Her hair is all weird. She's got the kids. And
the nostrils.
The nostrils. And I think from inside, it's made her nuts. The woman's going to kill herself, screaming and yelling.
Jay, you may think that here. Somebody may say that in L.A.
Right.
Everywhere in between, she is a goddess.
Right,
They
I know
love her
that.
stuff.
I understand. I know. Eddie of Texas, question for Lise Wheel from Fox. You'll hear her also on Fridays, I believe. Only Fridays with Bill O'Reilly?
Fridays, well, we've just been doing it without Bill. Edie Hill and I have.
Okay, and then, I can't believe that the guys over at Fox didn't put women on the radio, but that's another.
They put me and Edie in there.
Pregnant pause.
Thank you. And what show are you doing over there on TV, Fox?
Doing O'Reilly Factor tonight, Tuesday.
Good. Okay,
So
cool.
tune
All right.
into that.
And I'll be on the David Letterman show later, but, you know, you'll have time for both of us. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Eddie, Texas.
Yes, I have Liz's book, How to Think Like a Lawyer and Win Every Time.
Yep, winning every time.
Wait, Eddie, are you a lawyer?
No.
You want to think like a lawyer?
Yeah. And it's a great book, and I've always had a question. And, Jay, I thought you were great as Tony and Who's the Boss.
Thank you. Thank you.
You shaved your hoochie.
Rodney,
I'm not even there.
Rodney,
I'm not even there to throw an uppercut.
Rodney, this started yesterday, and it's been bad. It's been
Oh,
bad.
really?
Go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead. Yeah.
Do you shave your hoochie?
All right. See you later.
It started off so great.
You know what? I knew it was bad from the beginning when I saw Eddie of Texas. So, all right, we'll come back. We'll talk about the Soprano kid that got let off. It is the Jay Thomas Show. Let me say, I'm very sorry. Very sorry about that, Lise. Lise Wheel. No answer for the call?
answer.
All right. Face of
It started
betrayal.
out so nice.
How can you defend those people? Mickey Sherman. It's the Jay Thomas Show with Rodney Lee Conover. I've never been so sorry for a career in my life. At Sirius 108 XM 139.
Society's oddities played like a fiddle. The Jay Thomas Show. The new afternoon show on Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 XM 139. Ian Vinny, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. East. Sirius 6 West. On the Ian Vinny replay directly after the show. Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Noon to 3 p.m. East. 9 a.m. to noon West. Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Replayed from 6 till 9 p.m. East. The Jay Thomas Show. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. East. The Jay Thomas Show. Replayed from 9 till midnight Eastern. The new Stars 2. The new Stars 2. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
What if I said you could erase your wrinkles, tighten your skin, and make frown lines disappear from view? All without surgery or injections. With all the creams you've tried, you're probably skeptical. So I'm going to prove it to you by sending you a free trial of a scientific breakthrough called hydroxytone. Shed years from your appearance faster than you ever thought possible.
I looked at her and I was just, wow, she looked so young.
I told her I couldn't believe how smooth her face looks. She's lost, 10 years at least?
Request your risk-free trial of this proven breakthrough today. The results are so impressive, hydroxytone was given away in VIP gift bags at international film festivals.
She always looked good to me, but now I can't believe how young she looks.
Call now for your free trial of hydroxytone. For a limited time, try it before you buy it. 1-800-665-4148. But hurry, when this offer's gone, it's gone. Call 1-800-665-4148. 1-800 1-800-665-4148.
Looking to make some cash on unwanted jewelry? Turn to Cash for Gold. That's cash, the number 4, gold. To turn that unwanted gold, silver, and platinum jewelry into cold hard cash. Cash for Gold is a direct refiner of precious metals, which means there's no middleman and you collect more money. Cash for Gold is America's #1 gold buyer with millions of dollars paid out to thousands of satisfied customers. The process is easy. Request a refiner's return pack. Place your unwanted gold or jewelry in the pack. Send back to Cash for Gold and they'll send cash within 24 hours of receipt at their facility. The refiner's return pack is absolutely free and insured. Call 1-800-935-4779 or go to cashforgold.com. That's cash, the number 4, gold.com. For the highest payouts on your unwanted gold, silver, or platinum, call now. That's 1-800-935-4779 or cashforgold.com.
The Jay Thomas Show. Every day something new, something bizarre. For you, for now. The new afternoon show on Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
There you go, folks. We found a wheel song. The holiday tradition continues tonight on CBS. I'll be wearing my Sirius satellite lapel pin on the air, telling David Letterman his favorite story that you can go online and see. Just type in Jay Thomas tells David Letterman a great story. And I'll be throwing the football at the giant meatball. And there's also a very special tape section. So tonight, it is the Christmas holiday, a show that I always do over there at the Late Show with David Letterman. Mickey Sherman, you were on Dr. Phil recently.
Yeah, last week.
Talking about the little Kaylee
Anthony, right?
Kaylee Anthony and stuff. And did you cry? They get you to cry?
I did get in touch with my inner self and my inner feelings. Yeah, my feminine side.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, they don't give you the plane ride back.
That's exactly right. Now, and the woman, have they found anything around the baby's remains?
They found bones. It's so tragic. But it's going to be a battle of the forensic scientists because they have to still link the death and the findings to her, and I don't think they've done that yet.
It's not. Now, do you think there are people out there because of TV and CSI and all that know how to get away from the cops better than they used to? I mean, even people like this little girl's mom,
They think they do, but what the TV shows have done is given us something called the CSI effect, and that is that there's an unrealistic expectation on behalf or on the part of the public and then the jurors as to what they can expect to see in a criminal trial. So I'll have a guy who's charged with stealing a CD, okay, a Michael Bolton CD, because I know he's your favorite recording artist.
My favorite guy.
Okay, and I'll argue to the jury that there's no DNA and that there's no blood spatter evidence and that there's no gunshot residue. Now that sounds silly, but believe it or not, juries these days, because of the glut of TV shows, expect to see that kind of evidence, and when it's not there, they find people not guilty.
Yeah, but this woman, you were talking about whether they're trying to outsmart the cops and the law enforcement. This woman, if it's to be believed, got on her home computer and she looks up, how to break somebody's neck and chloroform. Why would you look?
A little girl?
No, the mom.
The mother.
That's
what I'm saying.
Girl. Yeah.
She was premeditating, you think, how to kill this child?
If I'm a prosecutor, I'm certainly using that. I mean, and
God.
how idiotic is that?
Yeah, why would you do that, right?
Exactly.
I don't go, I mean this, I don't go on anything on my computer. No dirty websites.
You got to be so careful.
Know how to make a bomb. Know how to kill anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that.
eBay for Mork and Mindy memorabilia?
No, I don't. Rodney, what have you gone online to find out about that you don't want anyone to know about, and God forbid you were to commit a crime?
Right.
And they would see it. Is there something that you...
Yeah, I go to that gilf.com a lot.
No, you see, it's all sex with you. But I mean, really, have you ever looked up how to build a bomb? Or
No, heck no.
No, none of that stuff. All right.
I don't even search for Jay Thomas appearances.
That's right. You don't want to...
You don't want that on your computer.
No, you don't. How can you defend those people? Mickey Sherman, Lee's Wheel from Fox, Face of Betrayal. Okay, the kid from The Sopranos and from Bronx Tale Lilo Brancato, is that it?
Yeah.
Lilo Brancato. All right. He goes with a buddy, an older guy, to go steal some drugs, right?
Right.
Cop wakes up, walks around the corner. The older guy shoots him?
Yes.
You know that for a fact, Mickey?
Yes.
The older guy said, I shot him.
Well, it was proved that he shot him. There's no question about it.
Okay. So Lise, you're the prosecutor.
Right.
And the prosecutor kept saying, you're seeing a bad actor here, right?
Right, in both of them.
Yeah,
Right,
but he
right.
said about this kid,
right.
he did the actor. It looked like he didn't have good evidence. He kept doing a personality assassination.
Right, exactly. And, he just, obviously the jury found that they just didn't have enough. They couldn't see that this guy was really meant to be involved in a, killing.
But what about you're there and you kill somebody? In the old days, if four guys are in a car and somebody dies, you're all accessories.
Felony, it's called felony murder.
And that's why it's the old days, because we've kind of progressed a little bit in the civilization.
I see.
And so there has to be some proof that you knew the guy had a gun or could have killed somebody, and the jury just didn't believe that it was the case here.
Right.
They knew they were doing bad stuff or out to do bad stuff, but not with a gun.
And he was a junkie. He clearly confessed. And you know what he did? Joe Tacopina, who's his lawyer, who's a close friend of ours.
Are you friends with all the guys that defend every piece of scum on earth?
Yeah,
no, seriously. And his name is Joe Tacopina.
Right.
I mean, do you guys sit around and talk about Satan? What do y'all talk about when you get together?
You know, at the Friars Club, 2 doors down is the famous Lawyers Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, we meet
That's
there
where
on
you go.
Tuesdays, yeah.
All right.
No, but Joe, who is a close friend, was a former district attorney in Manhattan, and now a defense lawyer. He had the balls to put his client on the stand, which you never see anymore. But Joe put Brancato on the stand and said, tell your story. And a lot of people, you never saw.
I'm a junkie. That's the story he told.
I'm a junkie, and I knew this. I did this wrong.
Right.
I committed this crime. I knew I was going to be involved in a burglary, but I needed the money to put the crap in my arms or whatever it is. But I didn't kill this guy, and that really was a bold step, and it worked out for Joe.
Why don't you put the
defendant on the stand?
Yeah. Why do they do that?
Because cross-examination, the prosecutor is going to try to rip him apart with any kind of prior convictions, any misstatement, any omission, anything that you said a little
and
bit
you
differently.
can't do that before.
No. Well, the guy's not on the stand. I can't. If I'm the prosecutor, Jay, I can't say I want to put the defendant on the stand. I want to.
No, but can you point to him and say he's got prior convictions?
No, can't do that. You got to have him on the stand, so no prior convictions.
So the
come
door
out.
opens once
Exactly.
they step up.
But and the judge will tell any jury that you can't take any negative connotation for the guy not being on the stand and testifying. But I'm with Mickey. I think, don't you as a human being, if you're accused of a crime that you didn't commit, dang it, wouldn't be the first thing you'd say as lawyer, my lawyer, you're putting me on that stand. I am telling my
You'd
story.
say, dang it, lawyer? That's how you would talk?
Well, yeah.
That's from Yakima, Washington, Jay.
Oh, dang it.
Darn
oh, dang it. I'm
Darn
coming.
it.
No, dang it. Oh, dang
Golly
it.
gee whiz, put me on the stand.
Dang it.
Lisa's waiting for her 4-H club meeting.
Okay, you know what's funny? Rodney, did you just
You're
read
in so
that
much trouble.
Lilo Brancato just been added to The Office? I don't know if you know that or not. He's a cast member now.
Did you ever see Bronx Tale?
I did.
I mean, that's one of the great movies of all time, which he narrates.
Yeah, he's in it.
He really had a future.
Yeah, he
to
did.
go from there to being a junkie, committing a burglary is horrific.
That's what happens when you give a kid that's too young, give him that much money. doesn't it?
You know what? He and Michael Richards, who else? And it's going to be directed by
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, of course, absolutely. They ought to have all the people that everyone can't stand, So, Lise, do you have confidence in the process, that fact that O.J. Simpson has finally been put away?
Finally.
Everyone thinks he killed the woman.
Right.
Do you think that woman judge there gave him time that was in her own mind or subconscious anywhere, based on what he did before?
I talked to Yale Galanter, his OJ's defense lawyer.
Hold on, that's one of your pals, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our famous lawyer meeting.
No, the scumbag lawyer.
meeting.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And he said no. He thought actually, he had told OJ it might be looking at a lot more time than the 15 years would be out in 9 that he got. And he thought it was actually a fair sentence for, now the real question though, Jay, is if it hadn't been OJ, would that crime of going in and stealing your own stuff actually even been prosecuted to begin with? The judge was just following the law and the verdict coming down with a fairly light
she
sentence.
slammed him.
I don't think so. If his own lawyer didn't think so.
Well, that's what you said.
I feel like I'm riding in the car with you back to Connecticut. I really do. I feel like I'm in between.
Don't make me come back there.
I feel like I'm in between you right now.
Mom, Mom, Dad.
Well, now when the 9 years comes up, do they have to release him?
No, he's up for parole in 9
So
years.
that parole board's not going to be happy with him either, probably.
I don't think anybody's going to be happy with him. So they could keep him in there for 15 years.
Depends on what the record of that prison football team is, Mickey. Once he starts running.
If he's doing well.
If he's in the variety show.
You think it'll be like the longest yard.
Exactly. Yeah. They'll have the gun on him, when he walks around. Okay. Lee's Wheel, Face of Betrayal is the novel, and Mickey Sherman, How Can You Defend Those People? Lee's is on O'Reilly. Do we have O'Reilly on Sirius XM? Or
I think so. Absolutely. Yeah.
We have all those shows somewhere. Yeah. And then Mickey, just keep try and get a job.
Exactly.
Keep marrying beautiful women who have great careers. Just keep it up, Mickey. Just keep it up, and keep hanging with the satanic group of evil lawyers that you hang with.
That's redundant.
All right. Mickey, you were in the case that drives me crazy, the one up in Missouri.
Kansas.
Kansas, where the guy and the woman killed the husband, right?
Allegedly. Well, the jury...
Didn't they confess?
She confessed, but she implicated him.
Right.
And when he was in college, and that... came about 20 years afterward.
Right.
And they hauled him back from...
did he ever say he did it?
No.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Did he say he helped get rid of the body?
He pled guilty to being involved. Okay, and that was about as specific as we were.
Just carried him out or something
We never went past that.
You don't say, what did you do? You don't want to hear it, do you?
Actually, I do. I do say that, and they do tell me certain things.
Right. And have they ever told you they were guilty and you got a guilty person off?
And I got him off. Well, define guilty. That's the thing.
What do you mean define guilty? What do you mean define guilty?
Well, guilty with
you
the valid
did it or you didn't
Hold
do
it. Dang it.
Dang
you
it.
know what that means, you doggone silly guy. You pee-pee hole.
There's guilty with the valid defense.
Butthead.
Oh, now we're going too far.
Butthead. You butterhead.
It's all explained in the book.
All right, there you go. That's the best. There you go.
Now you have
Finally,
to
there's something in here. How can you defend those people, Mickey Sherman? If you read James Patterson, he also has you.
That's right. I'm a
in his
recurring
novel.
And he's a character in Face of Betrayal as well.
And Lee's Wheel on page 134.
You reading the sex scene now?
It doesn't say Mickey. It says Ricky came to me. His small penis.
Oh, stop it!
His small penis waving in the wind.
Oh, no.
And I thought, oh, no. All right, there you go. Hey, Lise, thank you. Great. Face of Betrayal is the novel. How can you defend those people? Mickey Sherman. You're on O'Reilly?
O'Reilly tonight, 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm on Letterman tonight. Mickey, what are you up to tonight?
I'm on Xanax.
All right, there you go.
Pretty much.
Hey, Rodney Lee, kiss your mother.
I'm watching Jeopardy with the sound off.
All right. It's the Jay Thomas Show, Sirius 108, XM 139.
Hi, everybody. It's Regis Philbin, and I'm really excited to be hosting a special Bing Crosby Christmas radio channel. It's a compilation of Bing's great radio shows at Christmas time over the years. We've got more than 20 years of his great shows for you. The Philco Radio Time Show, the Kraft Music Hall, with guests like Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, Bob Hope, Rosie Clooney, Ella Fitzgerald. I'm even going to spin some of my favorite tunes of Crosby's. So join us all as we host a special Bing Crosby Christmas Radio on Sirius 113 and XM 120.
Gentlemen, this message is for you if you're using either Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, or perhaps you never have, and it's about time. ClassicTabs.com now has all 5 performance enhancers, Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and 2 new fast-acting tablets that melt under the tongue. Both start to work in as little as 15 minutes. You choose. Go online to ClassicTabs.com or give us a call at 1-800-640-7032. Your prescription will be filled by a U.S. licensed physician, delivered overnight in a privacy envelope right to your door. Now there are 5 male enhancers to choose from. Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and 2 new fast-acting tablets that melt under the tongue. Your decision, your choice. It's that simple. That's ClassicTabs.com. ClassicTabs.com. Or call 1-800-640-7032. ClassicTabs.com.
Do you know the fastest way to learn a new language?
Memorization?
We always did translation.
Is it drills?
The world's fastest, easiest way to learn a new language is Rosetta Stone software. It doesn't waste your time with tedious translation, useless memorization, or boring drills. Instead, it teaches you a new language the same way you learned your first language. And right now, you can experience it for yourself because Rosetta Stone is offering a free demo CD-ROM. Check out the easiest, fastest way to learn the language of your choice. For the free CD-ROM, call 1-800-377-5135. Discover what U.S. diplomats, NASA, and over 10,000 schools already know, that this is the world's fastest, easiest way to learn a language, guaranteed. Choose from 31 languages and request your free CD-ROM today. You'll be amazed at what you learn. Just call 1-800-377-5135. Request your free CD-ROM from Rosetta Stone by calling 1-800-377-5135. That's 1-800-377-5135.
The Jay Thomas Show. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. The Curious. The Extreme. The Fascinating. Jay Thomas is on the new Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
It's a sorry out to lunch version of the Jay Thomas Show at Sirius 108, XM 139. The Jay Thomas Show from New York City. Wow. I'm envisioning people, oh wow, really? Pulling their chairs up to the radio, getting a beverage. Madison is here. Garrett Andrews and Sean Kelly produced this thing, and Art Sears and Andrea Bushy put it all together. 888-4-102-102 is the phone number. Don't forget to go to jthomas.com. The newest holiday surprise is Merry Christmas. You got a problem with that? Now, that doesn't seem to be as big a controversy this year as it was last year. Remember last year, Fox had that on all the time, whether you say Merry Christmas, and isn't that weird? It went away completely.
I think people are just really just sad this year.
Oh, because of the economy?
Yeah. I get.
Oh, wait a minute.
Do you get emails?
Oh, because of the economy.
I get emails every day from Old Navy, from Target, from Express. 50% off. I want 90% off.
Do you feel bad for the people at Old Navy? Do you?
Do I?
Yeah. You feel badly for them?
No.
You know,
but they're only giving 10% off. That's not going to do anything.
By the way,
times must really be tough.
I mean, were they having like a circle jerk in here? Can we get a light on?
Why is there cum on the ceiling?
No, but it's just you know.
Oh, Garrett, that's too bright.
Hey, you just made me think of a joke.
I got to turn that light down. I'll be right back.
No, I need it up.
It's in my face.
Well, we'll get out of your face in a minute. Just put your chin at it. Just put your chin at it. That's an old joke.
We got to put that light. We got to move that light. I can't wear it like this.
Where the Indian says, buffalo come, and the guy goes, could you hear them? He goes, no, sticky ear. See, buffalo come.
That's all right.
That's a good one, huh?
Wow, this show's really off to a rocket start.
No, this is the worst. It's the worst. Are you kidding? It's my show, and I'm disappointed. I'm already disappointed. I love it.
Garrett, please.
How would you ever...
Garrett, please!
Let me ask you a question. First of all, that's the way they're going to be, so just get used to it.
No!
Yeah. First of all, every disc jockey, every announcer in this place turns the lights down in the studio like they're in some nightclub or something. I like to have a spotlight on me. That's what
then why don't you move to the middle so it's shining on you?
You don't have any light on you now at all. If we were in a movie,
it was glaring in my. It was
just drop it.
Shining in my eyes.
You see this? If you don't be quiet, I'm going to turn on the.
Turn on the overhead and leave that one off.
No, you don't want that overhead on there. That's what is that called? Garrett, has the gas in it.
Fluorescent.
Yeah, you don't want that on.
Don't tell me how I should feel.
We have some people downstairs who are going to come up. Robert and Esther Kluge. It's a new show following the Biggest Loser finale. I don't know why I promote these shows, because I think it's the end of civilization as we know it.
Reality TV, man.
They have taken mothers, and they've put them into a house in New Jersey. And they're with these women.
Sluts.
Well, and then the women's... The mothers belong to the girls, or the mothers belong...
No, the mothers belong to the sons, and they choose the partner for... They'll choose the partner or help choose the partner for the son. I don't know why I wasn't asked to be on this show.
Because they're all pieces of ass. They're all pieces of ass. You're a nice person. You have a nice chin. I don't think when people meet you, they think, oh, what a piece of ass.
Some people do.
Maybe. Rabbis.
Stop it! Stop it with that! Stop it!
You know what? So anyway.
I am a piece of ass.
Sure you are.
I'm adorable.
Here's the thing, is that you're not supposed to say that about yourself. But the other thing is when these people come up here, and it's gotten terrible reviews, and everyone says it's awful and all that.
Are you going to,
I'm going to
be all
ask them.
nice to them now?
No, but who pitches it, and how do they get it on the air?
They're pitching anything at this point.
Yeah, but I've pitched anything.
Weren't you at the forefront of reality TV?
Yeah. Who wants to marry a multi-millionaire?
That was you, huh?
Yeah, I hosted that, and it was
Darva Conger.
Yeah, but it was also said that was the end, and it was bad, and all of that. That president's long gone of that channel, right? And the guy that almost lost his job because of it is the big muckety muck. Now this isn't. I don't know what channel. This is on NBC.
Okay. NBC used to be the channel.
They realize, but what's funny is they realize that if they put on, have you seen the Housewives of Atlanta and the Housewives?
Oh, I will not watch those shows. Those I won't watch.
It's an absolute hit.
Those are despicable.
Well, that's what they
There's only a few reality shows I'll watch. The ones that, like Project Runway, is fantastic because they're given these tasks that are utterly ridiculous. They have to make an outfit out of things you find in the grocery store, and it can't be like a tablecloth. It has to be like lettuce.
You mean the designers have to make something?
It's unbelievable. Tim Gunn's prancing in, make it work. It's fabulous. Project Runway is a great show. They also say Amazing Race is a good one.
What do you get at the end of Project Runway?
They get $100,000. They get their line. Their line gets to be sold either on like BlueFly.com or at Macy's or something. They get a car
if they win.
Yeah, if they win.
And they made a dress out of lettuce.
They have to do something every
How do they keep the lettuce
episode.
from wilting?
I don't know. And it's crazy. There's always needles flying and tempers flaring and queers everywhere. It's awesome.
Show's full of queers.
Queers and women, and they're yelling at each other, and they're always making an outfit. One time they had to make an outfit out of car parts, things like ripping apart a car. They were using seat belts.
But wait a second. Who sewed the car parts together?
The designers.
The people that are on the show.
Yeah, they have to run, and then they have to grab stuff. Every week is a different challenge.
When they run, do they have their hands out? Do they have that sissy run?
No. They run, and they grab shit, and they make things out of seat belts and then upholstery.
What's the best thing you saw there?
Oh, God, I can't. There was one thing. It was made out of grass and flowers, and it was a little cocktail dress. It was stunning.
And so this is a designer who was given
There's 16 designers.
I think my wife and son.
No, it's a great show. It's always nominated for the Emmy, and it never wins. It always loses to The Amazing Race.
Now, The Amazing Race wins is number one.
It's good, right?
Yeah, this sounds stupid. What is so amazing about it? You're sent out with a credit card or with money or something.
They have to find clues, and sometimes there's a midget.
My architect, the guy that built my house in New Orleans, he and his family got on it.
Really?
But they were knocked off right away.
Oh.
But they tried for years to get on that show.
Right.
And they finally got on the show, and he was so excited, and it upset him that I didn't care.
Well.
And he kept saying it to me and saying it to me.
That's pretty impressive.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I think the one that used to be so incredible was Survivor, but I think they've just beaten it. It's like Survivor 72 already.
You know what?
They've already done 72 of them.
I'd love to have Aretha.
And at this point, $1 million is nothing.
I would love to have Aretha Franklin on The Biggest Loser.
Oh, on Survivor.
I saw a picture of her today. She's going to be in New Orleans at the Jazz Festival.
Uh-huh.
And it was from one of her concerts, and people had signs up, I love you and I heart you.
Yeah.
I want to go to the New Orleans Jazz Festival, hold up a sign, Aretha, what haven't you eaten? How do you get up and look in the mirror and you were the greatest soul singer ever? She's supposed to be horrific to work with. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, she was never, ever thin.
Right. Well, no. She must weigh 300 pounds.
Yeah.
She's got to weigh 300 pounds.
Wow.
But the other thing is over the weekend I also saw in New Orleans these little girls that were at a dance recital. All of their parents were overweight, out of shape, smokers.
Well, that's the South for you, right?
No, I think they were from all over. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, some of the women must have been nice looking, and maybe when they were young. Do they have a picture of themselves on a mantelpiece when they looked good? And then now you look at them and it looks like they've swallowed those people that are in that picture. Listen, and I'm sure a lot of people listening right now are overweight and all that. I don't get any of that.
I don't either.
I don't get it.
I don't get how you can let yourself
I don't know
that
either.
way.
I don't know.
It's really not that hard to eat healthy. It's not.
Forget eat healthy. Don't eat.
Jay.
The hell does everybody eat all the time for? How about this place?
Well, why don't you eat some healthy food?
There's some horrifying crap in that refrigerator back there.
The refrigerator or the vending machine?
No, the refrigerator. You ever go in you know what I do in the refrigerator, don't you?
You steal food?
No, I move the food from somebody's bag to another bag.
You do not.
I do. I did it this morning. I just did it.
You didn't eat the poo pretzels, did you?
No. What I do is I open up one bag and I take like an apple or a yogurt or a sandwich, and then I move it into somebody's bag and I move their stuff.
Why do you do that?
Just it's fun. I can imagine bringing my food, to a.
I brought a nice healthy sandwich today.
There you go.
Little turkey.
Yeah, you don't need to blow
and
up.
I put nothing on it. Turkey.
Yeah.
Lettuce, tomato, Munster.
Yeah.
Whole wheat bagel. I'm a healthy eater.
Cleo of Pennsylvania, the Jay Thomas Show in a few minutes. They say it's going to be one of the newest, biggest, hottest reality shows. They put the mothers in a house with these women that today in the newspaper in New York, they actually kind of refer to the women as prostitutes. Look like prostitution.
Is this in the Post? I got the Post.
And then the women, then the mothers choose the women for the son.
Like that, yeah.
Yes, Cleo, Pennsylvania. What can we do for you?
How you doing, Jay? I'm calling about there's an interruption in the signal whenever you're on. I listen to your show like for the 3 hours, and every now it cuts off. And
that's not an interruption. That's Madison. That's not static. That's not static. That's not static. What does the interruption sound like? Because I just had a big meeting with Jake Glanz, the head engineer.
Yeah.
What is the what is it?
No, it just cuts off. It tells you that there's no signal.
How's it going? How's it doing right now?
Right now it's working. When you first started, it get cut off. It went off, and then
listen,
it came back on.
When it cuts off, I tell you what you do. Just relax. It'll come back.
Well, I don't want to.
I don't think it has anything to do. Well, did Covino and Rich's show cut off all of a sudden?
Well, I don't listen to that.
You don't listen to that? I see. Okay.
I listen to Brian and the Judge, and their show is
you know what's weird? You're cutting off.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
This
is
you
boring.
may have a
boring.
tumor.
Jay, this is boring.
You might have a tumor.
Else. It's boring.
You might.
Okay.
Hold it 1 second. Put the music up, would you?
Oh no.
You might have a tumor. Cleo in Pennsylvania has a tumor. He's unable to hear.
Cleo's a
guy.
girl's
it's a guy.
name.
No, it isn't. It's a guy. You want to hear a true story, Cleo? And I mean this. And I swear to anything you might want to believe in. I don't swear to Christ. I had a dog named Cleo. It was a girl dog, though. And she was killed when I was a little boy. And it was the first major death in my life. But she was a little Cleopatra. Now, you're a man named Cleo. How did you get the name Cleo?
Khalil, Khalil. She is with a C.
Oh, you're Khalil.
Khalil.
Yeah.
Oh, Khalil. You mean you're the Muslim man?
We were calling him Cleo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Khalil. You're the Muslim man. Hey, what did you think of the guy throwing the shoe? All over the world now. Yeah, all over the world, they're holding up sticks with shoes on them. Did you know that?
Yeah.
All over the world.
Well, you know that guy got a show here on Sirius.
He absolutely signed a deal with us. Yeah, he's sponsored by Nike. He's on
the Shoe Channel.
And they're saying that if they can get him for attempted murder, they've arrested him.
Oh,
Lord. They say, Now, in the Muslim religion, correct me if I'm wrong, showing someone the bottom of your feet is a horrible insult.
It's disrespect. It's not a horrible insult. It's disrespect.
Have you ever shown anyone the bottom of your feet? Have you ever just decided to...
it's not like that. Like if you're sitting next to somebody, and you want to cross your foot on top of the other one, and in a way face that foot to his face.
Yes,
it's considered an insult.
But you do that naturally, like if you sit down sometime and you cross your legs.
Well, here there's no problem with it. It's natural. But when you go overseas to some Arab country, it's considered disrespect.
You know, there is a whole. You know what? We need to get that list. There's a whole list of insults. Like when
Japanese have 1 billion of them.
What would you type in? Physical insults around the world.
Maybe. Yes, insults around the world, global insults.
Global insults?
Yeah.
My foot right in your face. My brother, for some reason, when he sits down, he throws his foot up really high.
Oh, God, he's really disrespecting
You know what he's done 3 times? He's kicked trays out of waitresses' hands.
Come on.
I know. 3 times in
I
his life.
did that when I was a baby on the airplane.
He does it as a human.
Yeah.
As a person.
As a human?
As a person. Khalil, is the show okay now? You're listening to it now? You hear it okay?
Yeah, it's fine now, yeah.
Okay. All right, Khalil, thank you very much. And thank you for giving us this Muslim perspective. You're a good Muslim. You're a good Muslim. Now, which group do you believe in? There are 2 groups. The Shiites believe...
I'm Shiite.
You're a Shiite. That means you believe that Muhammad's son should have been the head of the Muslim world.
Muhammad does not have a son.
Okay. Now the Sunnis believe that the cousin should have been the head of it.
Well, you have it totally the opposite way.
That's the opposite. So the Shiites believe that the cousin is the true leader of the thing.
He should have been the leader after the death of Muhammad.
And then who did they make the leader after the death of Muhammad?
Well, he was the leader, but then another group came in and asked him to resign by force.
Now, if you met you're a Shiite, you would meet a Sunni. Are you in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh? Where are you in Pennsylvania?
Right now, I'm up by Williamsport.
You're in Williamsport, okay. So you're in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and you meet a Sunni. Would you just show him the bottom of your foot?
No.
You wouldn't. Okay.
Nah.
Would you throw your shoe at him?
No.
All right.
Who is Allah?
Who is Allah?
It's God.
God.
Then who is Muhammad?
Prophet.
The prophet.
Sorry.
Well, excuse me. Hard to tell you're a Jew. Don't you get it? They're prophets. You don't have a prophet.
What is a prophet?
He came down from God to tell...
like Abraham and Dawood.
That's right. Came down to tell us things. Jews don't have that. Ha, ha, ha.
How come Muslims don't name their children Allah?
Oh, that's an insult. Yeah. You wouldn't name your kid God. You know.
Jesus? People
Jesus.
name Jesus?
You know, yeah, they do that. The Spanish do that. The Spanish.
I just don't like religion. I don't like it.
Well, you're not good at it.
No, I don't like it. It causes too many frickin' problems, too many stupid rules.
Right.
People should just live their lives and be good people.
But without all this religion, we wouldn't be having Christmas. Just can't think about that.
Christmas has nothing to do with religion.
Really?
Jesus was born in June.
She's kind of right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Khalil.
Now, Khalil, do you guys have anything around the December 25th date that is like Christianity? Do you Muslims have anything around that date?
No. We have a holiday, but it goes ahead 10 days every year.
Oh, it moves.
So it moves 10 days.
So you have no
every year.
gift giving?
No, we don't have no Thanksgiving.
That sucks.
No gift giving. And let me ask you, do you carry a mat in your truck with you and you get on the mat and pray?
No.
You're not a good Muslim.
Okay.
But you're stuck with that name, Khalil.
Yeah.
Why don't you change your name to Kenny?
Or Cal.
Oh, wait. I rather my name better.
You'd like to be Khalil.
He's a good Muslim.
Yeah.
Has anybody said anything to you since all of this trouble in the Arab world, or insulted you, or called you out in a fight or anything?
Oh, yeah.
They have. What's happened? What happened?
Then they just backed off.
Oh, they backed off. Did they call you a Muslim bastard or something like that, raghead or something? What did they say?
Camel jockey, that nigger, stuff like that.
Really? Do you wear like a thing on your head?
No.
Sean? We ought to give him a J. Thomas T-shirt he can wear on his head during the holidays.
Oh, that's nice.
It says, Merry Christmas. Got a problem with that? Would you wear that?
Yeah, I'll wear it.
Let's give Khalil the Muslim a J. Thomas holiday T-shirt. All right?
There's a really great Muslim that works here. He's a friend of mine. His name is Khaled.
I love meeting
he's
great
He's on
Muslims.
the Metal Channel.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love meeting great Muslims.
Great. He's Egyptian.
Khalil, thank you very much. Thank you.
Sure.
Let's go to Governor Blagojevich from...
It's Blagojevich.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
Governor Blagojevich of Illinois. You are in tremendous trouble.
I'm not going anywhere, say.
Yeah. Now many people
Sounds like
say
a 40s film star.
people say that you not only look like a gangster, but you sound like a gangster. Do you? It's the first time we've met, so it's nice to meet you.
How you doing? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you do any of the things that they're accusing you of? Did you do any of these things?
I'm a capitalist, Jay, say.
Yeah.
This is America. I'd sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves, say.
I see.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And my wife, wow, what did Big Ears have to say? He's denying everything?
Yeah, he says that he had nothing to do. That's the President of the United States, Big Ears. He had nothing to do with.
He's not the president yet, say.
For the at the end of every sentence, do you say "see" all the time?
I'm from Chicago. What do you want from me, say?
Yeah, I see. Okay. So are you going to fight this thing? You got like you have Kanye West lawyer. You have some like rapper's lawyer or something. Who do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's how we roll here in Chicago. You know what that Barack Obama called me?
What?
He called me Governor Muppet Face, see? What's that all about?
I don't know.
He called my wife Lady Macbeth. What kind of bullshit is that, see?
I didn't even know he was a Shakespearean, guy like Shakespeare. So, what does that mean, Lady Macbeth? You know, I know those plays from years ago. What does that mean, Lady Macbeth?
Oh, you tell me. You're the actor, see? I'm just a gangster.
Yeah, well, you know what, gangster? Next time you call, look up what Lady Macbeth meant, and then write something down so you can say something funny when I ask you the friggin' question, like we talked about earlier.
Right, I got you. Hey, I got a truckload of the latest Christmas gifts, see? You guys want to buy some?
Sure, what do you have?
I got a truckload of Rip Biodomo, see? Go for a cock. All right, well, that wasn't any good, but I tried.
You don't even sound like you're from Chicago.
Sure he does. You got
Governor.
that nasally thing, see?
Say?
Hey?
Would you watch 1940s movies, say?
All right. Okay, great talking to Governor How do you say your name?
Blagojevich.
How do you say
Governor, my name's Governor Muppet Face, see?
There you go.
got that?
Governor Muppet Face. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, take care now.
Goodbye.
See?
Carl of New Hampshire, we're going to have these game show people in from Mama's Boys. Are they coming up? They're coming up live?
Yes.
We're having the mothers in here.
We're going to have the mother and the son.
Would you get the review from this morning's Post?
I have it.
Okay. And we'll read it on the air.
It got no stars.
Yeah, so you'll read it.
It got a piece of cheese.
Here's what I'd like you to do. Would you just circle some of the interesting things in there? Okay. Yes, Carl in New Hampshire, the Jay Thomas Show. Are you going to watch Mama's Boys, where they put the women in the house and then they put the mamas in there and they pick it for their children, their boys? Are you going to watch this, Carl?
Here's the game show I'd like to see, Jay. See?
Yeah.
You know the game show I would like to see is My Left Nut. I got all these idiot friends of mine, and I give my left nut to this, I give my left nut to that. I've yet to see anybody follow through with that commitment.
So it would be a show called My Left Nut, and during the show, you would be offered things that you would give your left nut for.
Absolutely.
Well, I like that idea. That's a good idea. Now, what would you give your left nut for?
I would give my left nut for the full, unedited phone call from the former governor there, who was just on Hot Rod, I think he calls himself, Blagojevich.
Hey, by the way, you see that Caroline Kennedy wants to be the United States Senator to replace Hillary Clinton?
Yeah, what's up with that, man?
You know, she says she's going to sit down with the blind governor, and, and he, by the way, he was the third blind mice. I don't know if you knew that or not. I don't know if you ever see that little
third
cartoon?
Blind mouse, you mean?
He was the third blind mouse. That's right. But anyway, I don't know if you know that. He was the one that kept running into the wall. But
cutting off the hooker's tail.
This is what I envision. They sit down, and she has to like snap her fingers to get his attention to look over. And finally, he goes, "Okay, now what are your qualifications?" And she goes like this: "My name is Caroline Kennedy."
Yeah,
that's it.
I don't think she should get the job.
Of course not.
What experience does she have?
My name is Caroline Kennedy.
Yeah, that's not fair. That's not fair.
My name is Caroline Kennedy.
That's not fair.
You know what?
My name is Caroline.
It should be Cuomo.
My name is Caroline. The ex-wife of the son of Cuomo endorsed her.
No, the ex-wife of Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah, endorsed Caroline Kennedy. Well, it's the ex-wife, for God's sakes.
Carrie.
Yes, Carl.
And isn't her real last name Sausager?
Schlossberg.
Schlossberg.
Convenient. She got rid of that last name all of a sudden.
She never used it.
She was Kennedy Schlossberg.
She was pretty much just Caroline Kennedy.
That's the sound a truck makes
that's complete,
when it goes through a puddle.
That's such nepotism. That's not right.
No, not at all.
That's not right at all.
You know, I give my left nut for the days when we voted for our
right?
elected officials.
I give my left
it's part of the show. Now, how would we remove the nut? Would it be regular surgery, or would we just lop it off?
I think it should just be a reach in and grab type thing. You know, it kind of looks like a wet walnut when you pull it out.
No, it has to be a real testicle removal.
This sounds like something that the Discovery Channel would like, I think.
Yeah.
And you know, we could have this, the bonus prize runner-up would be Madison's mole.
That mole's
Did
gone.
you take that, honey?
That's gone.
It's gone.
Oh, my God. Mole's gone, chin sticking out. It's unbelievable. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. John of Pittsburgh. Yes, sir. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Jay, love your show.
Thank you. So do I. You don't ever hear announcers say that, do you?
Yeah. No.
I wish I was out there listening to myself.
I know. It's real good.
Then I'd be off of work.
Well, you heard one of our replays once, and you were it was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yes, John. Go ahead. John of Pittsburgh.
So Carolyn Kennedy doesn't have enough experience?
Yes.
Whose place is she taking?
Hillary Clinton's.
Who was married to some fucking bozo. What experience did she have?
You know what? He's got a point.
They'd have none of them had the experience.
Senator Clinton had no senatorial.
No, none whatsoever. It's you're right. They don't have it. It's just.
Apparently, any nitwit can do it.
New York Democratic Congressman Gary Ackerman has publicly questioned. He's a Democrat from New York. Publicly questioned Caroline Kennedy's credentials to replace Hillary Clinton, saying she is no more qualified to hold office than Jennifer Lopez. He said that today.
Wow.
Now I didn't make that up. That's it. However, if you compare J-Lo's ass to Hillary's, it's a push.
What does that mean?
It's a push. Get it? J-Lo's ass is huge. Hillary's ass is huge. Then it's a push, meaning it's a tie.
Oh, sorry.
Shut up, all of you.
What about Fran Drescher? Fran Drescher wants to run too.
Oh, we have it on the show, by the way. Fran, what does she want to run for?
I thought senator.
You know who ought to be her second in command? What's her name?
Roseanne?
No, the woman that works here. Talks like that. What's her name?
Lynn Samuels?
Yeah, Lynn Samuels. We got to get them over here together.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield.
Cancer Schmancer. That was
Cancer Schmancer.
All right, the Jay Thomas Show. That's Madison. It's Sirius 108 XM 139.
The Jay Thomas Show. For idiots, by idiots. Non-stop idiot action. The new afternoon show on Stars 2. Jay Thomas on Sirius 108 and XM 139. Stars 2. On Stars 2, the new morning show is Me and Vinny with Vinny Politan.
Happy holidays. It's me, Vinny Politan, from the Me and Vinny program. We do the morning show, and we cover a whole range of topics, whether it's the latest murder trial in the world or answering the question why men have nipples. Kind of give our own little take on the world. But it's me and Vinny. Who's the me? The me is you.
Me and Vinny, where the me is you. Me and Vinny. Weekday mornings at 6 a.m. East. It's the new morning show on Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Imagine a lifetime of the most exclusive, star-studded, action-packed radio entertainment all in one place. Now, you don't have to imagine. For a limited time, SiriusXM is offering everything worth listening to for the life of your radio at a savings of $100. With commercial-free music, talk, comedy, news, and sports 24/7, you can grow old listening to your favorite channels, including E Street Radio, Willie's Place, Shade 45, Radio Margaritaville, Underground Garage, and everything in between, including Bob Dylan's Theme Time Radio Hour, Tom Petty's Buried Treasure, B.B. King's Bluesville, The Grateful Dead Channel, Seriously Sinatra, and Metropolitan Opera Radio. Plus, all your favorite sports from the NFL and NASCAR to the NHL and the PGA Tour Network. It's all in one place. And for a limited time, you can save $100 when you sign up. Call 1-877-6-SIRIXM. That's 1-877-674-7496.
If your credit card debt has gotten out of control, if you're over your head at monthly payments, here's one powerful secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. You have the right to settle your credit card debt for a fraction of what you owe, allowing you to cut your debt up to half or more. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Consumer Debt Advocate, and we'd like to offer you a free consultation that will help you start eliminating credit card debt. For your free consultation that will set you free, call Call 1-800-987-6281. Don't ruin your credit by declaring bankruptcy. Settle your debt and move on with your life. During your free consultation, you'll find out what the credit card companies don't want you to know. For your free consultation that will help you settle your credit card debt for a fraction of what you owe, call today. The number is 1-800-987-6281. 1-800-987-6281.
Society's oddities played like a fiddle. The Jay Thomas Show. The new afternoon show on Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
You're listening to a We're Not Here Today show. Another version of the Jay Thomas Show at Sirius 108 XM 139. Jay Thomas Show coming to you from New York City. And don't forget, not only are we on Sirius 108 and XM 139, Friday mornings, the Jay Thomas Show takes over at Howard 101. Madison's there. Shuley is always there also. And I think, Sean, am I going to do Howard's show this week with the gifts? You know, the gifts that I'm being sent from
I believe
Arizona.
so, Jay, but I don't think they've arrived.
They have arrived.
Oh, they have arrived.
And
then
Shuley
yes.
wants to wrap them on the air tomorrow. Wants to have us wrap the gifts tomorrow.
Really?
In the studio. We need wrapping paper. He calls me up and he says, hey, I got a great idea. And he gives me the idea and he goes, if you don't like it, this is Rodney. And he hangs up. That's what he does.
Yeah.
That's old Shuley. Hey, let's go to Bob of Atlanta. Bob, the Jay Thomas Show. Coming in, this new reality show that reviewers are killing, but NBC thinks it's going to be one of their biggest hits ever, where they put these women in a house and these men's mothers, right? It's the men's mothers. There is racial stuff. There's anti-Semitic things that are said, right? And Madison has some of the reviews, and we'll actually have one mom and one son coming in a few minutes. Now, remember, the show has already been done.
Yes.
This is how it works for those of you that aren't as connected. Hey, Bob of Atlanta, do you like to hear the behind the scenes stuff that I do? I tell you how things work. You like that portion of the show?
I'm just positively giddy about it.
All right, hold on a minute. Here's what happens. About 6 or 8 months ago, they did this show. They put all the mothers in.
I don't think it was that long ago.
Sure it was.
Maybe 3, 4.
Okay. Maybe. Anyway, so is that the Roman calendar or maybe the?
It was about probably 3, 4.
Anyway,
3, 4 months ago.
They finished the show, so they all know who won, who's
I know,
got
and
the
they've
wife.
probably all broken up now.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then they sign, agreements that say they can't talk about it.
Right.
And so the show's already done.
Yeah.
So when they come in here, they'll know everything.
Yes.
But they won't say anything, right? Here's the other thing. Those marriages aren't legal. The one on Who Wants to Marry a Multi-Millionaire.
I don't think they're getting married. I think they're just finding a mate.
Well, they used to do the get married. On my show, they were legally married.
Wow.
And we were live on
Did
the
you
air.
officiate the marriage?
No,
The
the
wedding?
judge that they brought in, the woman, wanted to leave and not do the marriage. She thought the show was appalling.
Yeah.
And we said, no, you can't leave. It's live.
Yeah.
So she was made to stay and marry him. And then Rick, whatever his name was, tongued Darva Conger.
Yeah.
And he's pulled his tongue. And she went crazy that he tongued her. And they got in the plane together.
I don't remember how that show worked. Did it take place over a series of weeks, or was
No.
it one show?
One night.
One night, and he just...
Winner take all.
He just talked to a
And
to
you know what I
girls,
mean by winner take all.
And he talked to the girls, and then boom, picked one?
Yes.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Why?
He didn't even know her.
None of them know anybody.
And it didn't work out.
It was the last real reality show on television.
What about Survivor?
Oh, please. Give me a break.
You couldn't do it.
That's a bunch of actors.
Could you do Survivor?
I could do any of it. That's a bunch of actors.
Survivor isn't actors.
It is.
Those are real people.
Oh, it's not. They're not.
You know what? I'm not going to fight with
It is absolute. The first one was real, and you know what? You barely see anybody, of course, with any body fat. Okay.
It's because they're starving.
No, they're not starving. The Holiday Inn is about a block from where they're shooting.
You really don't think Survivor's real?
If that camera, it's real, but the hotel is at the end of the beach.
They don't stay there.
Oh, please.
No.
Give me a break.
I will not.
You know what, Madison?
What?
You're bright enough to know that that's not real.
Survivor is real.
Has anybody ever died in Survivor?
No, because they have people on hand if anything
Hold
were
it.
to happen.
Has anybody broken their leg in Survivor?
Somebody did get stung by something, and they were taken away and taken off the show.
Oh, they were stung by something.
They were bitten or stung by something. They were
By
taken
what?
away.
A beetle?
Something bad.
No. broken bones, jellyfish.
Was it a jellyfish?
Something in the water.
A long time ago.
Oh, my God. A jellyfish got to somebody, did it? Oh, my God.
No, it was worse than that. I think it
Show's
was like
been on for 12 years, 10 or 12
like
years.
A piranha.
Right? No, a piranha. Stop it.
No, it was like a poison.
Look,
it was a poison.
It can't be real because...
It's real!
It can't be real.
I'm getting really angry.
You know why it can't be real? They would get hurt. They would get sued. Why do you want it to be real? It's fake and phony so that schmucks like you buy into it.
I don't buy into it. I don't watch it anymore.
You believe they made a dress out of lettuce. They didn't make a dress out of lettuce.
That's true. That is true. Project Runway is true.
God.
No, because the dress falls apart and it's a piece of crap.
All right, I've had enough.
Don't put your hand up to my face.
I've had enough. I'm sorry, Bob. Go ahead. Yeah, by the way, it's the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, sir.
Say again, please?
I say it's the Jay Thomas Show.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I had a question about the old political succession line.
Yes.
On Hillary Senate seat, if I remember right, when Sonny Bono died, didn't his wife take her his place for a while? And so now Hillary's going out of office. Wouldn't Bill take Hillary's place? Is that not?
No, that isn't. There isn't succession. The governor of Nevada named. No, she actually won in a special election.
Oh.
Yeah, she won. And you know what? Sonny Bono was a real conservative. You know that? He was like...
Yes.
He's a big Republican.
Yeah, totally right-wing. And she may even still be in office. She's totally right-wing, too. So they just elected the wife. In Louisiana, they used to do that all the time. Who's the announcer on ABC? Her dad was Hale Boggs. I forget. She's been on ABC forever and ever. But her mother... Hilly Boggs or something took the dad's place and was the representative, and
all I can think of now is I own a nipple.
We had her on the show, right?
Cokie Roberts.
Oh.
Yeah, her mother took the daddy's place. In Santa Barbara, this guy beat this Republican. His name was last name Capps. He flies to Washington. He gets seated as a representative, comes back to Santa Barbara, comes out of the plane and drops dead.
Oof.
Heart attack. Drops dead. His wife has taken over. She's done a fabulous job. She was a nurse.
Okay.
Her daughter died at 19 years old of cancer. Sad. The husband dropped. Terrible. Yeah. She's become a great representative in California. Lois Capps. I don't know what happens to the...
That's interesting.
I mean, if something happened to me and I was running something, I guess my wife's smart enough to
So if you died
over.
Tomorrow, would Sally take over the show here?
Absolutely.
She'd
come
Sally
right in.
Would do the
she would
Jay
come
Thomas
right in.
show?
Yes, she'd come right in.
What other position in the world has that right? I mean, if I die, my wife's not going to take my job.
No, it's not. But you know what? It's more of a... Sean, how would you explain... obviously... being a radio announcer. Hey, how about the Gamblings in New York City? For those of you who may not know this entire family for 100 years, the great-grandfather had the show, John A. Gambling, right?
Rambling with Gambling.
He died. His son, John R. Gambling, took over. He retired. The son, John F. Gambling, took over. And then his son... you know the Gamblings, don't you?
No.
In New York, you've never heard of the...
No.
They were number one for 100 years. They were on before radio was even on.
I did not grow up in New York City. I grew up in Albany, and then I matriculated in Miami.
It's one of the biggest radio stations in New York State. It's called WOR.
Oh,
it's huge.
Yeah, of course.
The Gamblings were the morning
you didn't tell me it was WOR.
Yes, Bob. No, it isn't something that your wife gets to be the thing. But I think that you do a job. Like, what do you do for a living?
I work in the wholesale business.
Your wife couldn't sell wholesale stuff?
Well, not really.
Sure,
what does that mean, wholesale?
Not retail.
She's got a different set of skills, but anyway.
What sort of skills does your wife have? What would she be good at?
She's a meeting planner.
A meeting planner? Well, she would probably plan meetings with wholesale people. And she would... You know what? Your wife could figure that job out, right?
Maybe.
Oh, you know what? You
Doesn't
don't have
sound like rocket science.
You do not have a high opinion of your wife's ability to do
I have a high opinion but I work in the technology field, and she doesn't have those skills.
Oh, okay. I work in the technology field, and my wife doesn't have these skills. My wife couldn't come on here and figure all these buttons and everything out. She could press the button and you couldn't hear the show. She would hit wrong button the whole time. Be screwing the show up. There you go.
I think we should bring her in and give her a test.
No, we're not bringing
give her
my
an
wife
audition.
in. You know what? I'm not even sure we're going to make it.
Well, let me give you an opinion on the reality show.
We're on the rocks.
on the Mama's guys, or what is Mama's kids, or whatever?
Mama's boys.
Mama's boys.
Yeah.
You know the phrase, I wouldn't do that at gunpoint?
Right.
I wouldn't do that if the damn bullet was in the air.
Oh, come on.
You wouldn't do the show, you mean?
No, I wouldn't. I ain't going to watch it. I have no use for any of that reality.
If there was a bullet flying towards your head, you wouldn't watch it?
I'd like to think no.
Oh.
You don't watch any reality shows? You've never watched one that you liked?
Nope, nary one.
Does your wife watch them?
She watched The Apprentice one season, and watched another one for a little bit and gave up on it.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Broadcasters are not trying to get you or me. They're trying to get mostly women and young 18 to 24s and girls and little girls.
Yeah.
They're not trying for us.
Well,
you're discriminated against. Yeah,
because they're doing
you're being discriminated
job.
against. Yeah, you're being discriminated against. Okay,
I'm offended.
Yeah, you ought to be. You ought to be. What do you watch?
Scripted shows, Law and Order.
Only with a script. Well, then you ought to be watching Survivor.
Oh, here we go.
Scripted. Are you kidding? You want to see a real Survivor? Survivor Man. He uses the camera himself. You watch Survivor Man? He sets the camera up. He crawls up the mountain, sets the camera up. Then he has to go back to the bottom, climb up so the camera can take his picture.
I'm not interested.
Who did they save the other day that got in trouble? Not Survivor Man.
Man vs. Wild.
Man vs. Wild.
Bear Grylls.
That's for men. I watched The Office and 30 Rock and Gossip Girl and Pushing Daisies and Nip Tuck and Project
you watched
Runway.
The Office, Garrett.
Yeah.
Fruit.
The Office is the best comedy on television.
Worst show.
You know what?
I've
I'm not going to be a part of this show. Give me a raise.
The Office. The Office, the English version was funny.
This is great, too.
I don't get any of it.
You're wrong.
I have watched it every year. It's been on like three or 4 years, right?
You are wrong.
I have stopped watched 2 or 3 episodes.
It's great.
Don't get
It's great. It's great.
Bob, thank you very much. Bob of Atlanta.
Appreciate it, Jay. Long-time fan, long-time listener.
Never met you before. Could care less about you. Thank you, Bob. Let's go to Santa.
What?
Santa.
Wow.
Hello, Madison. Hello, Jay.
Oh, my God.
What a brogue.
Hello, Madison. Hello, Santa.
Remember, Madison, don't listen to Jay Madison. Survivor is about as realistic as myself or The Hills or even 30 Rock.
There you go.
Screw you, Santa.
There you go. The holiday season is upon us. It's the Jay Thomas Show. Thank you. Martin of Rhode Island. Welcome, Martin. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Martin.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, Martin. Martin, can I stop you for one moment?
No.
Where are you? Where are you sitting right now? Where are you? Are you in a comfortable chair?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a beverage with you? Some sort of a beverage?
Let me see. So, yes.
Okay. You're my kind of guy. You've got the radio on. It reminds me of the old days of radio when you get your favorite chair.
Yeah.
Your work day is over.
Yeah.
You flip on your favorite radio show.
When the guy comes home from work, wife has dinner ready.
Yes.
He sits down with his suit on and starts eating, doesn't wash his hands, doesn't play with the kids.
When your wife turns her back, do you ever point to the bottom of your feet at her? Show your disrespect?
No, I throw my shoes at her.
There you go. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yes.
No, I do live for your show, by the way.
Do you know that they found out that was a Soviet IEEED that he threw?
That joke didn't work yesterday. Why are you trying it again
fixed
today?
it last night. I fixed it. I didn't say it right. I fixed it. Go ahead.
A couple of quick things. First, a shout-out to Bob Crowley, the Survivor winner this year.
Bob Crowley won the Survivor. Now, what did he do? What was his final thing that he had to do?
He had to get the jury to vote for him to win the $1 million between him and 2 women.
Wow.
But
he was like an old weathered guy from Maine, right?
Yes.
Bob Crowley. Okay.
Very deserving.
Good.
Second of all, I would give my left nut to bang my right nut on Madison's chin.
All right, there you go. Now, you know what? We might have a pilot. So, Martin, could you even get up to could you even, you don't sound like you could leave your chair. You sound like you may be there for a long time in that chair.
Hopefully.
All right. Martin.
Could I give you a quick song
Sure, absolutely.
New lyrics to your favorite song, I Kissed a Girl?
Sure, go ahead. Sure, go ahead.
All right, Madison, this is for you.
Thank you.
There we go. It's quite a holiday.
Fuck, fucked a girl and she liked it. Lubed her up with some cherry chapstick. I fucked a girl and I liked it, even though I got some mud on the helmet. Thank you.
Wait a minute, what? Oh, mud on my helmet. Okay.
Hey, stay where you are. The people from what NBC believes will be their newest.
But fucked a girl and I liked it.
Look, Garrett.
Got some mud on my helmet.
All right. I guess I'm not moving to terrestrial radio after all. Hey, Madison's here, the Jay Thomas Show with Garrett and Sean Kelly producing it, and the people from Mama's Boys on the way. It's New York City. We're live at Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Jay Thomas Show. Every day something new, something bizarre. For you, for now. The new afternoon show on Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139. The new Stars 2, Sirius 108, XM 139. Ian Vinny, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. East, Sirius 6 West. Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Maxim Radio, noon to 3 p.m. East, 9 a.m. to noon West. The Jay Thomas Show, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. East, noon to 3 West. All shows replayed throughout the day. New Stars 2, the new Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Credit card debt. It causes stress in your life, arguments with your loved ones, and collection agents call you nonstop. If you feel like you're drowning in credit card debt with no way out, listen closely. No matter how high your credit card debt is, at Jordan McKenna, we're not here to judge you. We're here to help you. Together, we can reduce what you owe and stop those harassing collection calls. We'll even design an affordable monthly payment plan. You could save thousands of dollars off your high-interest credit card debt. If you have over $5,000 in credit card debt, you could automatically qualify. So call Jordan McKenna now for a free, no-obligation consultation. Find out how to reduce what you owe, stop the never-ending collection calls, and get out from under that mountain of credit card debt. For your free, no-obligation consultation, call now. 800-437-0664. That's 800-437-0664. 800-437-0664.
Christmas is this Thursday. Hurry and order your holiday bouquets and centerpieces from ProFlowers. Until Tuesday, radio listeners get 15 red and white Christmas tulips mixed with fragrant Douglas fir and chocolate truffles. Or, for just $10 more, increase your tulips and get a festive candy cane vase. It's a no-brainer. The best part is you get a free vase and free chocolates no matter which bouquet you choose. That's over $25 in savings. What a deal. This offer is only available when you go to proflowers.com and use the password PRO to take advantage of this amazing holiday deal. Order Christmas tulips now at proflowers.com. Find the radio microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Click it and just type in the password PRO. That's proflowers.com or call 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. That's 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. And remember, you must order by 6 p.m. on Tuesday to get this great deal. That's proflowers.com or 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS, and don't forget to use the password PRO. Order today.
Jay Thomas. Jay Thomas Show. The afternoon drive show on the new Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Hi, you're listening to a best of from some other time on the Jay Thomas Show at Sirius 108 XM 139. The Jay Thomas Show at Sirius 108 XM 139. Madison is here with us, and the new NBC reality show that has just been, it's been talked about on every different level you can talk about, where the mothers are in the house with the women. We might need to put some headphones on you. See those headphones? But it might mess up that hair of yours.
Sir, I will fix it.
Oh, yeah, you've already hit the microphone.
I hit the mic, so may as well hit the
And Rob, you may have to put, is that your real hair?
Yes.
Who do they think they are not
I'm
wearing
only
their
24. I
headphones?
still got
Gotta
my
wear
hair.
your
Oh,
headphones.
What do you think? Mess up his hair too.
So Robert and Esther here, and the NBC people. We've got all the NBC people.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
They're formidable.
Sean, get an 8x10 of me and my resume and hand it to me. Just in case.
Everybody who's everybody.
Well, all your vitals on the back.
So the show is Mama's Boys, and I'd like you to explain it to us. Is it on? First night is tonight.
First night is tonight. Starts at 10 o'clock on NBC, and then following this, it will be on Monday nights. Next Monday, which is the 22nd, it'll be starting at 9 o'clock because it's a 2-hour special, and from there on, it'll be on Monday nights at 10 o'clock.
Where was the house that they put you in?
The house was phenomenal, and it was in Santa Barbara, L.A.
Santa Barbara, California.
I'm from Santa Barbara. I live in Santa Barbara.
Outside of L.A.
I know where it is. I live there.
Oh, good. Well,
what neighborhood was it in? Montecito?
Not far.
What's that?
Not far.
Not far from Montecito.
Right.
And was there somebody famous's home?
Actually, I don't think it was someone who was famous. It was someone who was
needed the money,
splitting their ways.
Yeah, right.
Needed the money.
It was a vacant house that was.
Yeah, Mom and Dad would go separate ways. Dad had a little fooling around to do.
So they put how many women in this house with the mothers?
32 beautiful ladies with me and 2 other moms.
And it's your son Rob,
right,
and the 2 other ladies' sons,
right,
and you are going to be picking out of these 32 women, a fiancé, a wife. What are you picking out of these women?
Actually, what we're doing is we're there to monitor who we feel our sons should ask out to date.
Right, the sons do the picking. The mom's advise. She's like a consultant, basically.
Right.
You would take your mother's advice on who you'd marry.
I would take it into consideration. I always ask her opinion. I don't always listen, but I'd like to know.
How old are you? How old are you?
24.
Do you still listen to what your mom would say at this age?
No.
But you would value her advice.
I'm 36, and I listen to everything my parents say, and that's why I'm still single.
Well, Jews are different. They listen to their parents, even though it destroys their lives.
Yes. Not necessarily. First
destroys
of all,
destroys
we
my
had
life
a lot
has been
going.
destroyed.
I do it because it saves me a headache. If I just okay her to death, I'll get away.
I'm the host of a new show called My Left Nut, and we have people on who they give their people say, I give my left nut. And so some people have actually said I give my left nut if my mother was no longer alive. So that's just what I'm doing an old script.
I feel bad for those people.
Now hold on. How do they find you? That's another question. I'm always amazed. How were you just a housewife? You're not an actress, right? Yeah.
No, I'm not an actress. I'm a school teacher. I'm a school teacher.
How did they find you?
I think
through the luck of my son.
Yeah, that's my story. I think I was out at a fundraiser.
You're an executive with NBC?
No. That would be nice though. If there's any openings, you could let me know.
It doesn't bother me.
No, I do commercial real estate here in New York City.
Okay.
But I was out at a fundraiser, and I just happened to be talking to this cute girl. I was trying to get a number, trying to get a date. Turns out she was in town casting for this reality show. So she's telling me, hey, I really think you'd be great for the show, and I was just okaying her to death, much like I do my mother.
You were trying to sleep with her.
Sure.
Well, hold it a second.
Long term.
Wait 1 second. Are we going to start bullshitting all of a sudden?
No.
You were trying.
I didn't say no. If I said no, you can tell me I was
he
bullshitting.
went away to college, and I sent him away with the condoms.
Mrs. Klug, your son was trying to get laid.
And I sent him away to college with condoms. That's okay.
That's exactly right.
It's true.
So you're trying to get laid, and you're talking to the woman. Now, here's the thing. I'll bet you $1 million that she didn't do anything with you.
He's not at liberty to
Next
say.
question.
No, the executive.
The girl who recruited me for the show?
That's right. You didn't do anything with her, did you?
Next
Not
question.
at liberty to say.
What?
Just like everything else.
So now you screwed your way into this show.
That's what I'm hearing.
First of all,
we got screwed
if
into
that were
this
true, I'd be
show.
the smartest guy in the room, right?
All right, hold it. So you meet this woman. She says, I'm casting a show. And you said, have I got a mother for you?
No, I said, let me get your number. And then we spoke the next day, and she convinced me, as I kept trying to get laid. I said, all right, let me call my mom and see what she says. And I was expecting a no. So I thought this was an easy phone call. I'll get away, on the same path I was going. But little did I know, it was the beginning of the summer. My mom is living at home with my dad, and she's bored. And my mom goes, yeah, this sounds great. And I
Is
was
the
like,
husband over here?
oh, shit.
That's the son. That's the husband.
The husband's behind me?
Yes,
I'd be
he
bored
is.
with him, too.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
standing.
I thought he was an
Behind you.
NBC executive.
No, the
Not
woman in the
quite
corner.
yet.
The woman in the corner is the
okay.
executive. I know an executive.
So she's the one we need to suck
Were
up
you the
to.
executive that met Rob over here?
No.
Huh? She's no longer with the company.
She'd be on my lap if that was her.
Now, here's the funny part. If I was a guy casting a TV show about women or whatever, it would be a great line, right? But that it's a woman, you have a tendency to believe that that's what she really means. If you were a beautiful woman and a guy gave you that line, you would think it was
If she was
a lie.
trying to use me, then that's great.
Right,
She's
I
trying to pick
understand.
me up with that line. Hey, I
Did
work
you
for
believe
NBC.
her right off the bat?
Yeah, what was I not to believe?
Right.
Well, I mean, I didn't believe her because I was like, why the hell would she want me?
Honey, what are you talking about? There's a lot of reasons she would want you.
I mean,
everybody wants you.
Off the bat, when someone,
right off the bat.
I mean, thank you, and don't trust me. I don't lack in confidence. But when you search the entire country for 3 people and you on it with me, you question it a little bit.
Now,
I wouldn't question it.
Is it all
Jewish
mothers?
It's all
oh God, no.
No, there's one anti-Semite on there. I hear.
Anti-Semite's a strong word. She's not anti-Semite.
Hold on a second.
Wait, I have a quote.
By the way, tonight the show starts. It's Mama's Boys. And is it Klug? Klug. Mrs. Klug, Esther and her son, and you lived in the house with the 32 women in the most beautiful city in the world, which is Santa Barbara, California.
Fabulous.
And I know the show's over and it's already been decided, but how long were you there?
We were there for several weeks.
Unbelievable. Right?
Unbelievable.
Gorgeous place.
Gorgeous. Unfortunately, we were there before the fires.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately.
The fires are fun. Come on.
Oh, I'm sure.
They were great.
Not if you're deer. And everything.
It took us a week to get the mansion out of her hair.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, Jay.
People went without sushi for months. Go ahead. All right, here we go.
Go.
I live there. My house burned down. I could care less. Build another one. That's how the rich talk.
Oh, of course.
Sure. You know what? Lost a dog, lost a horse. Who cares? Go ahead.
Just buy another one.
Read us a review of Mama's Boy.
I'm not going to read the review because it's not favorable.
Yes.
We read that one. We read that review.
But this is what disturbed me about this woman.
It's not supposed to be favorable.
Collude. Who is this woman Collude?
Hold on a minute.
She is
what is your name from NBC?
Lady. Lovely.
Amber. Don't worry that the reviews aren't favorable.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
In fact, it makes people want to watch these shows even more.
Come on.
What's that? Hold it a second.
That's it.
It does. It sways them the other way.
Well, once they see us, it's going to sway them in every way.
Get her 2 8x10s and 2 on resumes.
They're critics. That's what they do. They criticize. They're critical.
It makes people want to watch it.
Can I please read what Collude said?
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
By the way, what did Collude say?
No Jewish girl. No way. I cannot stand them. I'm sorry, but I can't handle them. It has to be a white girl.
Now, first of all, it's saying that Jews are not white.
Right.
Right there, there's an issue. So somebody there didn't have something to say.
Now, were you in the house with this woman?
I was in the house with this woman, and she is a lovely, lovely woman. I was very friendly with her. We walked arm in arm wherever we were when we were out because we were together. We lived together.
And she wished death upon you as you were walking.
No, absolutely not. She was really
consider
true
you
blue.
A white person.
I don't know. I showed her my card. She's darker than I am.
But
so, I mean, that already had something to say.
Clearly.
But meanwhile, we walked and she said,
I don't think that's the white that she meant.
She said, look at this, a Jew and an Arab walking together like this. Why can't the world be like this?
You're an Arab?
She was, not me. Yeah,
Iraqi descent.
Iraqi descent.
Stay where you are.
Catholic.
The Mama's Boys people are here from NBC. It'll follow the Biggest Loser finale tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central, I guess 10 Pacific also on NBC. Come back on the Jay Thomas Show with Madison, Sirius 108, XM 139.
I've got to get all my Christmas shopping done. There goes $8, and I wish that was all.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Hey, here's a pretty Christmas card.
Let me see it. Oh, yes. Isn't this sweet?
Bob Hope.
Say, Matty, don't you think it was swell of me to invite the whole gang over to my house for a Christmas party this year?
The Lone Ranger.
Toys for the kids at Christmas time, thanks to the Lone Ranger.
It's a Radio Classics Christmas. Adventures, dramas, mysteries, and comedies for the holiday season on Radio Classics, Sirius 118 and XM 164.
When the pressure from past due credit card bills becomes too heavy for you to carry alone, Acopia Consulting wants you to know there is a way out without filing for bankruptcy. Acopia Consulting are professional debt analysts who can help you reduce your debt by 30 to 70% in as little as 12 to 36 months. You can lower your monthly payments and finally get ahead. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation to find out just how much you can save. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit credit card bills, medical bills, or department store debt, Acopia Consulting can give you real solutions to your debt problems. Individual results will vary, not available in all states. Call for your free information and get a team of debt negotiators on your side. Call 800-504-7535. Break free from debt. Call Acopia at 800-504-7535. That's 800-504-7535. 800-504-7535.
FYE brings you the hottest movies on sale now. From the people who brought you Talladega Nights, The Legend of Ricky Bobby, comes another hysterical hit comedy. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly star in Step Brothers. Now available on Blu-ray High Def, DVD, and PSP at FYE for your entertainment. Brennan and Dale are two middle-aged loafers who are forced to live together when their parents get married. When the reluctant step-siblings' immature antics over TV privileges and personal property take their toll on the marriage, the devious duo hatch a hysterical scheme to reunite the couple. Eternally funny but subtly touching, says Stephen Hunter of the Washington Post. Step Brothers, rated R for crude and sexual content and pervasive language. Available in both theatrical and unrated versions. Get it now on Blu-ray High Def, DVD, and PSP. Pick up Step Brothers on Blu-ray High Def or DVD on sale now at FYE. Movies, music, games, and other things to make you laugh. On sale now at FYE. Strictly for your entertainment. Visit FYE.com to find a store near you.
The Jay Thomas Show. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. The Curious. The Extreme. The Fascinating. Jay Thomas is on the new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
The special, spectacular rerun best of Jay Thomas Show, Sirius 108 and XM 139. Esther Klug are with us from the NBC show Mama's Boys, where now 32 women.
Yes.
Of what ages?
Between 21 and 31.
Now, I have not seen the pictures.
You're missing out.
Of the women. Oh, they're like great looking, great bodies and the whole thing?
Absolutely. You have every size, with shape and form.
Skanky?
Some.
Any foreigners?
No,
all different ethnicities, all different backgrounds.
No, I mean like
they all spoke perfect
English.
There's
no
basically.
Parisians there.
No. Was there any like a Russian or a like a?
No, that's a good twist for next season though. Girls that can't communicate with the guy. That's an interesting barrier.
No. I mean, that English was their second language or something, or because different cultures have different love and all.
They
that.
had a different. Some had a different language.
So
you spoke Polish fluently.
You live in the room, live in the house with them, and in the room, and you sleep in the same room with them.
Yeah,
with the son.
With the
the sons are out in another place.
Yeah, sons don't live in the mansion.
They get to come in on the outside of the picture because they get to come in to go out on their dates.
Give us the rules.
Rules are moms in the house. The 3 moms are in the house with the 32 girls.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's right.
They carve.
1 second.
They are buttering up mom.
What's the research
to make sure
for 32? What made it 32 girls? Amber of NBC. What made it 32?
Oh, I could tell you.
You know it? You know it?
Yeah, because they had so many people that were available, that were qualified for what they were looking for, that they had a hard time taking down the numbers. So
when you were 23, would you live in a house with 3 women who were going to choose perhaps you being with their sons? Would you have done that at 23, 24?
Well, when I was 23, it was in the Dark Ages, so things were a lot different.
Would you have done it under any circumstances?
In those days, at 23, most people were married. Today, that's not the case. So you wouldn't even have that scenario.
Esther, you're not that old. Come on.
Oh, sure I am.
No, you're
Look,
not.
my
She
son
looks
is
good for her age,
33.
though.
Esther,
Yes, darling.
what I mean is,
Yes, go ahead.
what I mean is,
Be careful, Jay. Stay away. She'll start touching you soon.
would
Well,
you?
you know, the Jews and the Italians.
My-
are
would
very
you-
similar.
would you
Very
have
similar.
wanted-
Would you have wanted that when you were young? Would you have wished the world was like this? Because some people say that these kinds of shows and what's going on is the detriment of our civilization. Not, doesn't raise us up.
I don't think so. First of all, it was done on NBC, so it was done classy.
As long as it's on NBC, it's fabulous. Right?
Well, it's classy. It's a different way. I mean,
Right.
you weren't having everybody hop into bed, which they have on regular TV.
By the way, when are you going to get
wasn't-
Aretha Franklin on The Biggest Loser? Jesus, if anybody needed to lose weight, it's that poor woman. You know that her chin has an album out now? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
right,
back
that's
to you.
true.
That's
Wow.
awful. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
I
Is that
think-
one? You like that one?
I think
I
reality
don't know
shows.
if Amber liked that
No,
one.
she didn't like it.
Reality shows get a bad rap.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't watch reality shows, so to be honest, I don't know much about them, but I know the connotation's negative. This reality show is different, and I'll tell you why.
Because you're on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
Said.
And your mother's on it.
Interview over. No, I really think that this one
Yes.
is different because they add this element that may not seem as significant as it is. The mother-son relationship. I know that the show...
No, I think it's good.
It's good. It's good, but it's very real. It's very pure. A lot of these reality shows people think are fake or scripted or that's whatever. There's no denying that what you see between the moms and the sons in this show supersedes everything, and it is so real. And I think it really separates this show apart from others.
Are there any smart girls in this group?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Intelligent?
Absolutely.
Do you sit with them and you talk to them, and then they some have to leave the house or something?
Well, they're not leaving the house now.
I mean, you throw them out. How do you pick out of 32? I guess is my question.
Out of 30, well, there
What's
are
the elimination
eliminations.
process?
There
Yeah.
are eliminations, and for that, the eliminations, really, what you're going to have to do is watch the show and get the idea of what's going on.
But they'll get
and why.
eliminated.
But
Yeah.
there are eliminations.
Is there crying?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, good.
32
There's everything.
girls with their hormones raging,
Right.
vying for 3 fabulous young men and these 3 fabulous mothers. They can have any
Fabulous
one of
mothers.
them.
What about the
as
mother that
mother-in-law.
said, "Oh no, not a Jew"?
She's a lovely lady.
she's
What
why would
that
you
is-
say, "Oh, not a- I want a white
because she is
person"?
the type. She's the type of person who says what she feels and is really out there with it. It's
racist.
not that she's filtering
It's not racist.
She wants to have for her son what she feels she wants to have, and
But it's her son's life.
Yes, but it's her son's life, and he agrees with it. He was raised in that manner,
His
knowing
name is
that
Khalil.
Jojo.
Jojo.
Her
Hers
name is Khalud.
Her name is
His
Khalud.
name is
Khalud.
Jojo.
Jojo. I'm sure
That's the man's
It's
name.
a
It's a nickname.
It's a nickname.
It's a nickname.
His
and
name
that's
is
where
like
we go.
Jahabad.
For Jahalabad.
Jahalabad, yes.
Nah,
Jahalabad.
No.
I like Jahalabad.
Thank you.
It's
Jahalabad.
actually Jared.
Jahalabad.
Okay, now,
But what
at the end of the show, do they have to marry the women?
I'm not at liberty to say
24 is
that.
too young. Too young.
Yeah, but it's a good time to start a relationship. They can go out for a while and see what the story's
You really would
gonna
be
be,
happy
whatever
with
it
your
is.
son to be with a non-Jew?
If he
That
really
pause a lot.
loved-
That's it. That's it.
If
I
he
think she thought there was more to the
really-
question.
I
No,
was
there isn't.
waiting for you to finish off.
She's
I
young
did.
enough, Jay. She's young enough. Esther's young enough that it's okay.
No,
Like,
it
my
isn't.
mother's 73. She wants me with a Jew. And that is
You
it.
know what? We all want to be with our own families and our
Understandable.
types because we've grown up that
Yeah.
way. We've raised our children that way. You want your traditions to come out.
Yes.
We're products of Holocaust survivors. Both my parents and my husband's parents were both Holocaust survivors. So for us to say that, it's okay, it's okay to intermarry or whatever, if that person is really going to be perfect for you and terrific, go for it. But if there's a way for us to perpetuate the Jewish people and know that after so many millions and millions of people were killed during the war, and we are that product.
Did you bring this up to these 32
Wow, now I
idiots
feel
that were in
really
the house?
They all knew.
She knows what she's doing.
I feel horrible now.
I mean, it's
Thank
not
you,
that kind of
Esther.
thing.
Thank you.
But
By the
you
way-
know what? This is real life.
and
And
ju-
you know
and-
what? The Italians want to have their children marry Italians.
Exactly.
And everybody really, there were very few people,
Well, did you
in
find a
my
nice
opinion.
Jew in that group? Did they have a
There
nice,
were a
some
little
nice
bit of
Jews?
everything. It was a mix.
But here's the
You know,
difference,
it was
Jay.
really a
What about
smorgasbord.
if one of the
It
girls'
was a very
last
smorgasbord.
name was Schnellenberger, and her ancestors lived in Germany and perhaps had been guards at these? You live in the Holocaust over again. Maybe they'd been guards in Germany. Would you have allowed your son to even mix with that?
You can't
kind of-
judge people for what their grandparents did.
What?
Well, let me tell you something else.
What,
What
are
if,
you kidding?
what if
No.
their name was Schnellenberger and they were the Jewish people that had to be the guards there, that were forced to be guards in the concentration camps?
Mm-hmm.
Would I then say that their offspring
Laugh,
would not
Jared.
be allowed to date my child.
He's laughing at the word concentration camp, this Goyo.
The mood in here just got really serious, by the way. I think before we were talking about sex and drugs and alcohol, and now we're talking about the Holocaust.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
You brought up the Holocaust. It's not exactly...
really morbid.
Hold it. It's not
No, but let me tell you something, Jay.
I bring them up on every day. I'm like, so, you hear about the Holocaust?
But it worked. That worked. Now I'm going to go sign up for J-Date again.
Right. That's where the strength comes in.
Right. I'm going to go back to the show.
Go back to the show.
32 women in there.
32 gorgeous women.
You and the 2 other women are in there.
Yes.
You meet them in a room. All right, don't just tell us watch the show. And you say what? There's 32. You go number 18. Step forward.
No. I'll tell you the form.
18 high in July. So
good
that's
choice, because he has any clue.
Oh yeah, Jay.
You picked a number for a reason.
Lucky you, Jay.
That's a lucky number.
Lucky you.
It's a lucky Jew number?
Yeah.
It means
life. It means life.
Here's how it works,
So there
Jay.
you go.
And 36 is double high.
Then you're even luckier.
It's getting really Jewy in here. Let's get a menorah and some dreidels.
I wish we were
the
in...
menorah's outside to start singing Hanukkah
I wish we were in...
I can recite my Haftorah if anyone wants.
I wish we were in Tel Aviv at a casino.
How nice would that be?
Tell me, Rob, what questions would they ask these women?
This is how it works. It's not an interrogation. You know, it's very, situational, where you start off, the moms live with the girls, and the guys come and do dates with one of the girls, several of the girls, to get to know them better. But the moms see a different side than the guys see. The moms see the side of these girls when they're living in the house, they've been away for a couple weeks, no outside world, and they're competing. It's a competition. There's that element there that changes the way the girls treat each other.
Can you have alcohol with these girls?
We can. We can. Sure. We can. There's an open bar at the house.
You just raised your eyebrows.
Is there a stripper pole?
No, but I will recommend that for next season.
NBC.
Right.
Okay. Actually,
when they put the show on Showtime, then we'll recommend a stripper pole.
Actually, it doesn't have to be a stripper pole, because today that's a very, very big exercise.
Yes,
so people, instead of going to Pilates, are doing pole dancing.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I couldn't get my
prescribed by her
up
doctor,
there,
by the way.
Right. NBC.
Dr. Schwartz.
NBC, you've mentioned it 3 or 4 times. They are it's almost like you filmed in the Vatican with NBC, right? I mean, it's the most religious, most amazing. It's like they would never do anything
risque. It would be
risque.
a main channel.
Did something, because if it isn't risque, no one's going to watch it. Did they have
There's a reason it's at 10
bikinis?
o'clock.
You have bikinis and...
We have bikinis. We have girls from various backgrounds that have been in Playboy or
Implants.
Penthouse. Models.
Could you pick out who the whores were who were just in it to get laid?
My mom is actually a whore detector.
Did you have a whore detector? Yeah.
No, those implants just like come out at you.
Unbelievable. Right?
Unbelievable. Even the little ones come out at you.
Right.
Can you believe some girls had little implants? What's the point?
Just to perk them up.
A little bit.
Just to perk them up. You're a big tit
That's
man?
Miss Pentman.
I'd say I'm more of an ass guy, but
They have cute
tits never
asses,
hurt.
too.
They had cute asses. Well, of course, like 23 years old.
Right.
Now, what
Not
about
like
the
mine
women?
that's sagging
What
down
about
to my
the?
knees.
That's disgusting.
What about the women that you knew were just going to try and screw somebody?
That's what I'm thinking.
That we're just going to try and screw somebody to win the show. Forget whether they.
Yeah, how do you know if they're
something.
genuinely interested?
This is how. You don't really know anybody because everybody is an actor somewhere along the line. And I'm not saying that metaphor, it's just like people put on facades and do different things. But when you live with someone for 3 weeks, or more, a little more than that.
That's it, 3 weeks?
Well, it's more.
3
that's
weeks
what I'm
in
saying.
Santa Barbara.
3 weeks that you're doing 24/7. It's hard for someone, in my opinion, to really be acting the whole time. Somewhere along the line, they have to let their hair down.
Their
Believe
true
me,
colors
there's
come out.
plenty of hair over
When
the
you
shower.
weren't in Santa Barbara, did you shoot the rest of the show at that Gilligan's Island set? That makes it look like Santa Barbara?
Oh, we were in the Virgin Islands, my friend. It was very real.
You went from Santa Barbara to the Virgin Islands. She just hit you in the leg.
No, it's okay. Usually that would be a secret, but it's on the website, so it's okay. So
They're not going to take...
You can stop touching me, Mom.
Esther, they're not going to take the money away, okay?
Money?
What money?
Don't they make?
Are you paying, Jay? If you're paying
don't
us,
they make you
so let
sign
me know.
a paper that says you can't? I know that you can't tell the end of the show, which I understand.
Well, that's not the end.
So why are you hitting him in the leg?
Because I don't think she realized that the Virgin Islands
Right.
was public information, which it wasn't until this week.
It wasn't.
You mean like we wouldn't watch it because you went to the Virgin Islands?
No, we signed some contracts.
We
signed confidentiality. We're supposed to keep it up in the air so people watch.
Okay.
But,
all right.
Normally we shut their lips
do we
tight.
see cursing? The cursing?
They bleep it out, but it's underneath.
Do the girls fight? Any fist fights? Grabbing of hair? Cat fights?
I don't know if it's that intense, but it's certainly there are altercations and disagreements that get very heated to the point where they had to stop filming because things were getting so hectic.
So heated, yes.
But you know what? That's what you should have kept the camera rolling on that.
Well, the camera was always rolling. It just depends on how they edited it.
But it's NBC, of course. They don't want to show anything horrible.
I don't know. It's Andrew
NBC
and Ryan Seacrest, and they know.
Oh, Ryan Seacrest. Now he's single, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Is he straight? Do you think he's straight?
He's definitely straight.
Okay. He likes girls?
Straight.
And also a mama's boy.
He's a mama's boy.
What up, mama's
Connie
boys?
is fabulous.
Connie's his mother.
That's his mom, and he told me I'm just like her.
Really?
And
Just like her so much that he kissed my mom on the lips last week.
All right.
He did not kiss
Now,
me. Wow.
you're 24, you're out of work, and you got this thing going.
I'm
He's
not
out of work.
I'm working.
He works.
I have a full-time job. I work in commercial real estate in New York City.
Are you part of the scam that's going on, the scandal?
No, that guy's screwing everybody. He should really be ashamed of himself.
Well, I'm sure he is.
I'll bet.
Running all the way to the bank with it.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Mama's Boys, and the three moms are in there. It's a Jew, it's a Muslim, and then what's the other
She's
one?
not Muslim.
She's not Muslim. She's Iraqi.
Catholic. She's from Iraq. She's Catholic.
A Catholic from Iraq.
Catholic, yes.
Good God.
And
A Cathrac.
Yeah.
That's a cute
Not
one.
many of
Thank
those
you.
left. And
No.
who's the third lady?
Italian young lady.
Italian.
Right.
Now, is the group of 32 multicultural?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
So you have
Like a
black
UN.
women in there?
Why don't they have a
Absolutely.
black mother in there?
I guess they're saving something for the next time.
Okay.
Okay.
They had everything.
So would you hook your son up with a black woman if you...
If he wanted to try, that's a spice
If he
of life.
wanted to try it.
If he wanted to try, it's a spice of life.
You ever been with a black woman?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom's very cool about it. She's very open. When she says, go have your fun, but when you get serious, make the right decision. Now, what does that mean?
A Jewish girl.
Don't put it on just my mom. That's important to me also. I'm very proud of my heritage and who I am.
You're going to bring up the Holocaust now?
No, I'm going to talk about something much more exciting.
Jesus Christ.
That is important to me.
Condoms that I sent
Would I not, hang out with a girl or get serious with a girl because she's not Jewish? No, I wouldn't let that interfere. But you have to put yourself out there.
Would you cut him off if he married a non-Jew?
Absolutely
Would
not.
you wait to see if the marriage made it before you gave any money?
Absolutely not. These are my children.
Because your husband looks loaded, completely loaded.
Yes.
The diamonds
he didn't have
and
too
the
many
jewels.
drinks. He didn't have, no,
Okay.
It's a creaker, It's,
Mama's
not too many diamonds.
Boys starts tonight on NBC.
It does.
And we'll see how it goes, and maybe you'll come back with us on the Jay
Anytime
Thomas
you
Show.
want, just call us.
Good luck to NBC, and thank you, Amber, for bringing these people in. And these are the husbands over here, the sons.
I just have one husband this
Husband,
Just one this time.
And this.
That's my older son.
That's my big bro.
Why do you look like Eric Stoltz? And this
The
one,
milkman. That's why.
and no, but it's not the same husband for these.
It's the same husband. Doesn't he look just like my husband?
No, he does not.
He's
Yes, he
blonde
does,
and blue
actually,
eyes.
yeah.
He's
He's a
looks
true
like,
clue.
He's like an Aryan. He's Aryan.
No, he looks
He's
like
a test tube baby.
He looks like a guard at a concentration camp. That's what he looks like.
I like when people tell me and my brother that we look alike. He's blonde hair, blue eyes. We couldn't look anything more different.
You don't look
Don't look
anything
alike at all.
at
Tell me,
all.
and what do you think I say to people when they're like, you guys look really similar? I'm like, oh.
What's that? The lawn guy. That's who he looks
Yeah.
like. Wow.
He was actually conceived in Hawaii, so anything's possible. But
I see.
On the honeymoon?
You know what?
Honeymoon
He
baby.
looks like a Mai Tai. That's what he looks like. He looks like a cocktail.
Honey babe.
Well, thank you, Robert and Esther Klug. Mama's Boys tonight after the Biggest Loser finale, late after 10 o'clock, except in the Central Time Zone, which 9 o'clock makes all the difference in the world, and it's all on NBC. Thank you very much. It's the Jay Thomas Show with Madison, Sirius 108, XM 139.
Jay Thomas. New for afternoons. New to 108 and new to XM. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. Jay Thomas. Sirius 108 and XM 139. With Covino and Rich.
Hey, it's Covino. I'm Rich Davis. Every day you can catch us here on Sirius XM Stars Deuce. We're Maxim Radio. Everything Maxim, like the magazine, and we talk about, everything you and your friends are talking about. Entertainment, sports, women, relationships, how to better your life in every way. Trying to dominate the scene? Make sure you listen to us and we'll teach you how. It's Covino and Rich. Be here.
Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Weekdays noon to 3 p.m. East and replayed from 6 till 9 p.m. East. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108, XM 139.
Gentlemen, this message is for you if you're using either Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, or perhaps you never have, and it's about time. ClassicTabs.com now has all 5 performance enhancers, Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and 2 new fast-acting tablets that melt under the tongue. Both start to work in as little as 15 minutes. You choose. Go online to ClassicTabs.com or give us a call at 1-800-640-7032. Your prescription will be filled by a U.S. licensed physician, delivered overnight in a privacy envelope right to your door. Now there are 5 male enhancers news to choose from. Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and 2 new fast-acting tablets that melt under the tongue. Your decision, your choice. It's that simple. That's ClassicTabs.com, ClassicTabs.com, or call 1-800-640-7032. ClassicTabs.com.
Christmas is this Thursday. Hurry and order your holiday bouquets and centerpieces from ProFlowers. Until Tuesday, radio listeners get 15 red and white Christmas tulips mixed with fragrant Douglas fir and chocolate truffles. Or, for just $10 more, increase your tulips and get a festive candy cane vase. It's a no-brainer. The best part is you get a free vase and free chocolates no matter which bouquet you choose. That's over $25 in savings. What a deal! This offer is only available when you go to ProFlowers.com and use the password PRO to take advantage of this amazing holiday deal. Order Christmas tulips now at ProFlowers.com. Find the radio microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Click it and just type in the password PRO. That's ProFlowers.com or call 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. That's 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. And remember, you must order by 6 p.m. on Tuesday to get this great deal. That's ProFlowers.com or 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. And don't forget to use the password PRO. Order today.
The Jay Thomas Show. For idiots, by idiots. Non-stop idiot action. The new afternoon show on Stars 2. Jay Thomas on Sirius 108 and XM 139. Stars 2.
You're listening to the super spectacular Best of show on 108 on Sirius and 139 on XM. Thomas Show live from New York City this week, and Madison is 2 feet away from me, and the pictures of her new chin will be on jthomas.com and on your MySpace very soon. Lovely job done there. We just had the people from Mama's Boys from NBC, and I have to tell you that it's what's the oddest thing is I was raised in the South, and I didn't move to the North, like permanently, until I was in my late 20s, right? So my a guy that I knew from college was a Jewish guy from college, and he lived in New York, and so I roomed with him, right? I'd been all over the country, gone to South America and everything else. I'd never been around everybody who thought Jews were a big deal, right? So I got to New York, and everything's Jewish.
But not all Jews are like you think.
No. What I'm saying is, in the rest of the country and in everyday life, 90% of Americans only have seen a Jewish mother on a television show or in a movie.
Right.
What is amazing to me is that in an industry like television, like NBC, where 90% of the people watching not only are not Jewish, but don't even know any Jews.
Right.
They pick these ethnic women as a caricature of a mother.
Yes.
And then they put an Egyptian Catholic.
No, Iraqi.
Whatever it is. Yeah, there you go.
A Cathrac.
And then the third woman they kind of didn't even mention. I don't know what she was.
I don't know.
Right? It's odd to me. It's like it's a caricature.
It's just perpetuating a stereotype.
Yes, it is.
Because my mother doesn't talk like that. She's not like that. And oi. She's not like that at all. She's intrusive, like a Jewish mother, but she doesn't have that that's a very New York, New Jersey.
But if I was and I'd be a bad executive. If I was an executive at a network.
I'm glad they picked a Jewish mother, though. Come on.
You do it as a joke.
Who is more intrusive and more domineering than a Jewish mother?
I guess they got energy out of her, which I always say.
She was great.
There's energy.
Yeah, there's
right?
energy.
You wouldn't want some waspy lady
Yeah.
who didn't. But they interviewed.
They can do it again. They can do it again.
So this guy, this 24-year-old Jewish kid, right, who has
arrogant,
but 24 years old, already has the job. This is who your mother would. You're too old for him.
They would love it.
They'd love it.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it about him that's so fabulous? I mean, they're arrogant, but
He's a nice kid.
He was
Like
all right.
if he were to ask me out, I'd go. But he'd be
It's too
cracking
young for you.
jokes.
It's too young
Yeah,
for
I'm
you.
just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah, but with my new face, I look like I'm 30.
right.
Right.
I guess the funny thing is you had the black girl here from NBC,
Yeah.
right? That's why I asked the question whether any, they had to sprinkle some black people in there
Yeah.
and all like that. That woman would no more want her son to marry a black woman
Never.
than Man in the Moon.
Never.
No.
And I can't believe you asked. You did that.
Why not?
He was confronted.
Why not?
What about the other son? He was kind of hot.
The other son looked like
Hello.
not Eric Stoltz isn't even that good looking.
He was Dolph Lundgren's child.
He was really like a handsome blonde. No, he reminded me of no, he wasn't. Because of his scarf? No, he wasn't gay. No. No. What he reminded me of was like Robert Redford, that kind of looking guy, right?
Yeah.
Then the other son's really dark-haired.
Yeah.
How does the sperm, my kids kind of all look like me.
You know what? It
My
happens.
brother and
It
I
happens.
look,
No, it does. I have a friend. Her name is Kelly. She married a Turkish man. Her daughter, her one daughter is blonde, blue-eyed,
Yeah.
looks exactly like her. The other daughter, brown, dark, like her husband.
This kid
I
didn't look
swear
like
it's a guy.
anybody.
He
This
didn't.
guy looked like they
No,
found
he kind of
him.
had his father's nose.
You were hunting for stuff. You know what's amazing is that nobody's ever going to admit, we don't know anything about this woman. She could have had an affair with some guy.
That's true.
And he's the older brother.
It's
Got
true.
knocked up.
Yeah.
This schmuck wanted to marry her.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, listen. There is a famous football player. I'm not going to ever say his name. But
Why do you do that?
my wife came from New Jersey, right? This woman used to go into town to certain bars to meet New York Giants
Mm-hmm.
with a group of women. Well, she meets a New York Giant, right? She's ended up married to him, and he happens to be famous for something else. And they have kids. Her boyfriend back in Jersey knocks her up that she really wanted to marry.
Mm-hmm.
She said, if you don't marry me, I'm going to marry the famous redneck giant.
Okay.
He says, I don't want to marry you. She marries the redneck giant. First kid's not that guy's kid.
Oh.
Not that guy's kid.
Yeah.
He has other kids with her. But, I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, my girlfriend, when I lived in New York, was screwing all kind of other guys.
Yeah.
Right? She could have gotten knocked up by Bill Murray or any of them, right? And if I'd have married her, who knows who that first kid
You're
was?
right.
I just hope the
You're
kid
right.
would have had Bill Murray's talent.
But not his skin.
No. I do have a kid with really bad acne. And I didn't have bad acne, and my wife didn't have bad acne.
Well.
And he's the one that doesn't do what I tell him. May not be my seed. You know what a lion does when he comes in and he beats the old man up? He kills all the cubs. You know that. He gets rid of all that. Oh, yeah.
Well, why don't you do a DNA test?
No, God, no. Now that's going to cause a whole big problem. How do I get him out of the will and everything now? I don't want to do all that. That'd be a reality show. I love
There
those.
you go.
They have them all. Who does that?
My left nut is a great idea. We should film that and make it like a WB.com thing, like Rob Corddry did.
And you pull the nut off?
Why
and the
can't we
blood?
do that?
You can. You can do anything you want to do.
Try, and then you see a chop, and then you see a ball flying in the air.
My friend gave his left nut.
For what?
To get rid of cancer. He had testicle cancer.
You didn't hear that coming? I heard it coming a mile away.
But I loved it. I loved it.
It was like, I'm going, okay. Yeah.
I knew it, but I loved it.
You know what? Garrett doesn't laugh at me, and I don't laugh at him.
I loved it.
John of New Jersey, the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, John, 888-4-102-102. In a couple of minutes, Matt Atchity. How do you say that guy's name? Atchity. God, you know what? It sounds like something that would get you, and you'd have to put a powder on it. I've got Atchity. He's from RottenTomatoes.com to talk about these movies that are out. And I don't think there's anything out there right now except for Slumdog Millionaire that I would go out of my way to see.
Oh, no, there's some good stuff. Happy Go Lucky is supposed to be good. Indie
these
movies.
aren't mainstream
Benjamin
movies.
Button looks good.
I think it's going to stink, but we'll find out.
No, it's going to be good.
I don't think Brad Pitt is...
Marley and Me.
Is Jennifer
I
Aniston.
have to see it because I love dogs so much.
She comes out with a dog movie,
Yeah.
and he comes out by... He's going backwards or something?
Yeah. No, Marley and Me is...
Yes, John. Yes, John, you're on. Yes, sir.
I don't mean to interrupt. I just had a comment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm Jewish, so take it in the spirit that it's given, Madison.
Yeah.
This Jewish mother, it's like you could have brought Ava Braun, Hitler's wife, in there.
Yeah.
Or friend. And this mother, to get on TV, would say she's a lovely woman.
You're right.
Great. The son was very obnoxious, but I didn't see him. But
he had a
what kind of mother?
greasy face.
Oh, she's a lovely woman.
No.
Oh, hates Jews and dogs.
But did you hear what I said? I fought her on it.
No, I'm not faulting you. I'm just saying this shows what people must.
You're right. They'll do anything to get on TV.
What they would go to be on TV. Now,
you know these hot women.
You
know these hot women were not interested in this guy.
Can I tell you?
You know they were not interested in this nebbishy Jewish guy. They just want to be on TV.
Can I tell you something? They've already done the research, and this show has charted off the chart. You can write. Yeah, look. This is how they do it. They test these. There's 5 or 6 others that didn't make it. They test these shows, and you press like a button or you turn a knob or whatever. And people I know in LA said this thing has gone.
But they've already done a million things like this. They do them on MTV. There's something called parental control on MTV, where they take a mother and a father and they choose. They don't like their son's girlfriend or their daughter's boyfriend, so they choose somebody else.
All right. Well, this one's going to be big.
Done.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it's going to be that big.
Reality show I ever watched, and I forgot what station it was on, was years ago, and they could never do it again because it was a hoax. Do you remember the one where all the people in the reality show except one guy were actors?
Yeah.
That was
Joe
great.
Millionaire?
No.
Yes.
Was that
whatever it was.
No. One guy, the mole.
Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo.
He pretended he was a millionaire, and the women thought he was rich, but he wasn't.
No. All the contestants were actors except for one guy, and they all, pretended it was a reality show.
And this guy was so. But you got to.
Wait a minute. I remember the title.
Joe Schmo or something like that.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're on the show, and Sean's acting, and you're acting, and all. And I think I'm on what reality show? What do I think I'm vying for?
I forget.
Yeah, like a bachelor or bachelorette.
So you all act, and then what happens at the end?
All kinds of crazy shit goes on. I mean, this guy is sitting there. It's so ridiculous the things they do to him, and he never figures it out to the end. I mean, he was a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting him down.
Do you not think that this shit is fixed? I mean, come on.
If this was fixed, then that guy's the greatest actor, and he should have gotten an Emmy and Academy Award all mixed together. Because this guy. Who's the guy that said he knew the show, too? He would agree with me. This guy...
Garrett.
This guy... Remember that guy? The big kind of head...
This was also like the first or second year of all the reality shows, so everyone wasn't all into
So
it.
how many times could you do that? Because after
once. They did it once.
Exactly.
Well, what was the point? What was the purpose? What kind of show did the man think he was on?
He thought he was competing against all these people.
For what?
For like $100,000.
$1 million.
Yeah, whatever.
And he wasn't. He wasn't. I like the one where the guy wasn't rich.
Show.
I like the guy who wasn't rich. And the
Joe Millionaire. Joe Millionaire.
The show I did. Very funny, Garrett.
They pretend.
No one.
That guy wasn't rich.
He wasn't rich. Very funny, Garrett.
No.
He
no
wasn't.
one will ever have a worse personality, though, than that woman from Darva, or whatever her name was.
Darva Conger?
God almighty, that was the meanest woman I've ever
Well, here's the deal.
TV.
The producer of the show was Heidi Fleiss's brother, the Hollywood Madam. He's still a big reality producer. He knew this guy, Rick, whatever his name was.
What was his last name?
He said he was a stand-up comedian. So the camera guys,
Rick Rockwell.
Yeah,
Rick
I get hired. I get hired because no one will do it. So they're down to Wednesday. The show is going to be live on Monday or Sunday, and no one will do it. And my agent's going, we're going to get so much money for this because no one will do it. And I say, I'll do it. So finally the money gets up, and I remember the guy saying, you're close to what we paid Billy Crystal for the Academy Awards.
Wow.
They were going live, right? So I take the show. My agent says, don't worry, no one will see it. Right, so I take the show. The cameraman comes.
It was only a one-show deal.
Yeah, but it would have gone on forever. The cameraman said, we went to this guy's apartment. He's supposed to be so rich. It was like a little tiny 800-square-foot apartment, and he had, like, on the balcony, the dish,
Oh, no.
And it was overlooking a beat-up golf course that he supposedly was a part owner. Then they said we went to his house, his other house, and the cameraman really said to me, this guy may owe $1 million, $2 million, but he's not worth $2 million. So that was the first bit.
Oh, no.
He wasn't really rich because they had to get somebody, anybody, right? And so that's how the first thing. And the women were unbelievable. They were going to marry him legally. It was a legal wedding at the end. So that puts something at stake, right? These other shows, there's nothing at stake for any of these people.
So this was, I'm trying to remember this. It was like 2000.
They'll never show it again, and there are no tapes of it.
It was only one show.
Right.
One night.
One night.
And it was promoted, right? Like
No, but they didn't. They were embarrassed by it. It pulled.
The show just showed up one day?
They had $5 million the first half hour, $10 million the second half hour, $15 million the third hour, 30 million people watched it at the end of it.
It was a 3-hour show?
Yeah, 3 hours. Unbelievable. Live. I was there.
She was mean as a snake, though.
And then we would go on
Why
CBS
did you choose
together.
her then?
Oh, she's a bitch, a total bitch.
Was she hot, though?
Well, they're all attractive. She's a total bitch. So I go behind this curtain and I say to the guy, whatever you do.
Who, Rick Rockwell?
Don't, no, he's by himself. No one's even seen him. I go like this, whatever you do, don't marry the little blonde. And he goes,
said that?
That's who I was going to pick.
Come on.
He marries her and he turns to her and he says, Jay told me not to marry you. You were a bitch. But he said to her.
I don't believe you.
That's the truth.
No,
It's like Slumlord Millionaire.
Yeah. Should have worked.
Dog.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you very much.
What kind of money did they get for that?
What's that?
What kind of money did the two of them, Rick and Darcy?
They got a holiday.
That's it?
Yeah, they went to Hawaii. They brought his schmuck friend with him and his girlfriend.
And didn't they, fight the whole time?
She cried all the way to Hawaii.
It's like the Newlywed Game when they would give him a washer-dryer after making fools out of themselves.
And they would send him to Uzbekistan or something like that. All right, thank you, John in New Jersey. Yes, thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Let's go to Governor Patterson. Governor Patterson of New York, welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
Please hold for Governor Patterson.
All right. Been made fun of on, by the way, on NBC. Yes, Governor Patterson.
Governor Patterson, how are you?
Now, they made a lot of fun of you the other night on NBC, standing in front of the camera and with your eyes looking weird. And, your head, I don't know, you can't see yourself, but your head's small for your body. I don't know if you know that or not.
And your beard is all fakaki.
Yeah, and you're always wearing a purple jacket. But
I don't know if you know this, but I'm blind, so I don't know. This is all new shit to me.
I know, that's why I'm saying it. So,
thank you very much.
That's part of the humor. It's like you and Stevie Wonder, if you ever saw what you were wearing, you would hate the people that dress you. So now they've made fun of you, and in the middle of this, you're trying to name a United States senator from the, the third largest state in the United States.
That's correct.
Most populous state. What's going on now? What's happening with this Caroline Kennedy? What's going on?
Well, that nanny bitch, what's her name? Fran Drescher.
Fran Drescher wants to be the senator also. What are her qualifications besides sounding like a Jewish donkey? What are her qualifications?
Well, she's a comedian, right?
Yes.
I don't think I'll go for her because she'll probably move my furniture around. She think that shit's funny. But
Wait a minute. What does that mean? Oh, I see. Because you're blind? I got you.
Caroline Kennedy.
Yeah.
Now, that little Caroline.
Yeah.
Now, she's a Kennedy, right? So she could probably get some blow.
That's right.
And she's rich, so I can get some land. Let me think. I'll tell you what, Jay. Whichever one of these bitches decides to suck me off, you got the job.
Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Governor Patterson of New York. We're trying to figure out how they're going to do it, and I think we just found out. Okay, it's the Jay Thomas Show. Madison is here. Sean Kelly and Garrett Anderson. We're in New York City. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we'll talk about movies that are out for the holidays with the guy from RottenTomatoes.com. Do you go to that website, Madison? Is it a...
I've never been to that website.
Yeah.
But I've heard of it.
Does the movie things?
It's the best one.
Editor-in-chief of RottenTomatoes.com, the online movie destination, offering the most comprehensive guide to Hollywood movie seasonal viewing.
Wow.
You need to take a deep breath before you say all that stuff.
I'd love to eventually do a couple of
Hold on a minute.
skits from holiday movies if you'd like.
I want you to read that entire sentence in one breath, Garrett.
Top one?
Yeah, top one. There you go.
Editor-in-chief of Rotten Tomatoes, the online movie destination offering the most comprehensive guide to the holiday movie season.
Well, that's very good.
Thank you.
Did you take a breath before you did it?
I took a breath at the
Can I do it too?
All right. No, you're a professional announcer.
Please?
I'm training this boy.
Oh.
It's the Jay Thomas Show, Sirius 108 XM 139.
Society's oddities played like a fiddle. The Jay Thomas Show, the new afternoon show on Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139. The new Stars 2, Sirius 108, XM 139. Ian Vinny, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. East, Sirius 6 West. On the Ian Vinny replay directly after the show. Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Noon to 3 p.m. East, 9 a.m. to noon West. Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Replayed from 6 till 9 p.m. East. The Jay Thomas Show. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. East. The Jay Thomas Show. Replayed from 9 till midnight Eastern. The new Stars 2. The new Stars 2. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Imagine a lifetime of the most exclusive, star-studded, action-packed radio entertainment all in one place. Now, you don't have to imagine. For a limited time, SiriusXM is offering everything worth listening to for the life of your radio at a savings of $100. With commercial-free music, talk, comedy, news, and sports 24/7, you can grow old listening to your favorite channels, including E Street Radio, Willie's Place, Shade 45, Radio Margaritaville, Underground Garage, and everything in between, including Bob Dylan's Theme Time Radio Hour, Tom Petty's Buried Treasure, B.B. King's Bluesville, The Grateful Dead Channel, Seriously Sinatra, and Metropolitan Opera Radio. Plus, all your favorite sports from the NFL and NASCAR to the NHL and the PGA Tour Network. It's all in one place. And for a limited time, you can save $100 when you sign up. Call 1-877-6-SIRIXM. That's 1-877-674-7496.
What if I said you could erase your wrinkles, tighten your skin, and make frown lines disappear from view? All without surgery or injections. With all the creams you've tried, you're probably skeptical. So I'm going to prove it to you by sending you a free trial of a scientific breakthrough called hydroxytone. Shed years from your appearance faster than you ever thought possible.
I looked at her and I was just, wow. She looked so young.
I told her I couldn't believe how smooth her face looks. She's lost, 10 years at least?
Request your risk-free trial of this proven breakthrough today. The results are so impressive, hydroxytone was given away in VIP gift bags at international film festivals.
She always looked good to me, but now I can't believe how young she looks.
Call now for your free trial of hydroxytone. For a limited time, try it before you buy it. 1-800-665-4148. But hurry, when this offer's gone, it's gone. Call 1-800-665-4148. 1-800-665-4148.
Jay Thomas Show. Every day something new, something bizarre. For you, for now. The new afternoon show on Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
I'm Jay Thomas, and thanks for listening to this best of at Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Please, mister, don't touch me tomato. Please don't you touch me tomato. Touch me yummy pumpkin potato. For goodness sake, don't touch me tomato. Touch me this, you touch me that. Touch me everything I've got.
Okay, I gotta tell you this text I just got it.
All right, hold on.
No,
Hi, the Jay Thomas Show. Yeah, what is it?
You gotta hear this. I got a text from a friend. Hey, what's the name of that guy you do that show with? Jay something?
That makes me feel even greater. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Try to hold back on those, would you? Try and hold back on those.
But it's funny because I'm sitting on your show right now.
I understand.
And this happens right now.
Matt Atchity, how are you?
Good. I'm doing very well.
Is that the right pronunciation, Atchity?
Yeah, you got it right.
What nationality would Atchity be?
It's Lebanese.
Oh, but it looks very like English or something. It doesn't look A-L-C-H-I.
Atchity.
Atchity. It doesn't seem Lebanese. It seems, like Anglo-Saxon.
I've never heard that before. But yeah, no, it's Lebanese. My great-grandfather came from a town called Hachit, and if you were from Hachit, you were a Hachiti, and it got changed into Atchity over at
Oh, you were a Hachitian?
Yes.
And now you're an Atchitian?
Yes.
Wow. Well, you know what? Part of the show is, of course, we're going to hear all about the movies, but the other part is now people have been given knowledge of Lebanon.
Well, that's what we do here, is educate people.
Now, you are the editor-in-chief of RottenTomatoes.com. Did you just start this as a blog, and the next thing you know, millions of people found you? How'd you become famous? The
site was founded about 10 years ago by a guy in the Bay Area named Sen, and he was looking at, he wanted to go see a Jackie Chan movie. I think, if I remember correctly, it was Rush Hour, and he wanted to know what the critics were saying, and he realized there was no place to go to get all of the critics' ratings for one movie. And he kind of had that bolt of lightning idea that he thought, well, I'll put a site together that does that. And it's been a crazy ride ever since.
Now, my kids, we're talking about movies, and I'll say, no, I don't want to go to that. The reviews are no good. And my, like 15, 18, 19-year-old, they'll go, don't you want to make your own decision?
Wow, they're profound.
No, I think all kids say this to their parents.
But I never go to a movie if it's got bad reviews. I won't.
Well,
I won't waste my $12.
But then they'll ask me, where did you read it? And I'll say, USA Today or some blogs or whatever. And in a way, it's kind of true. Have you ever killed a movie and then later on you were sorry that you did it, or you watched it twice and it was better?
That's an interesting question. I feel like when the critics go against a movie, if nothing else, it tells you what you're in for. So, for instance, the critics did not give a particularly high rating to Transporter 3, which came out a few weeks ago. Now, I'm a big Jason Statham fan, and I love that franchise. So it just helps to educate me, for instance, that, okay, so the movie's going to be kind of cheesy, and I know what I'm getting into going into it.
So, did you go see it?
I did.
Well, did you like it?
I did, but I kind of knew, I knew that I wasn't getting, say, a James Bond level movie.
But isn't that for kids anyway, and kids are stupid and they'll like it? No, but it's true. My kids will like anything.
I think in this country, when I see the box office every week, I'm disgusted. Slumdog Millionaire should be number one. What's number one? The Day the Earth Stood Still. It's got terrible reviews, but that's what people want to see.
Keanu Reeves.
He's a horrible, horrible actor.
You know what he was really good in? Remember when he played the lawyer and he was married in The Devil. He worked for the Devil.
Devil's
Advocate. He was very good in that, right? Every now and again he is good. But you're right. Have you seen the day the Earth Stood Still?
I did see it.
And what is your review on Rotten Tomatoes?
The critics are saying that it's not that good. It's been getting a low tomato meter score. We've got it rated as rotten on the site, which is,
What are the other ratings? There's rotten and what else?
People in this country, though, they don't
There's
care.
fresh tomato. Now, how does it make you feel that even though you have put together, is Roger Ebert one of the reviewers? You just put them together. It's not.
Ebert usually likes everything.
They don't work for you. They're just the reviewers, right?
Right. What we do is we put together the listings, we put together links to all of the reviews that we can find that are online, and then we run a percentage. So, for instance, for Day the Earth Stood Still, out of the 120, 130 reviews, about only 21% of the critics say that it's worth seeing.
Wow.
So, how does it make you feel that it's the number one movie? How many millions did it make, the first one?
Well, it made $30 million, which is not particularly high for a movie like that. I mean, yeah, $30 million is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but
Twilight made like 70, right?
Right, exactly. Twilight made like $70 million, or when a Harry Potter opens, it makes. I saw Twilight, and actually, it's one of those things. For those people that like that sort of thing, that's the sort of thing that they like.
Well,
that's for the tweens.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, but the vampire movie, Dracula would come to the house, right? Bela Lugosi would come to the house, and he was an older man, and there was a young, beautiful girl, and she was with a younger guy, and he was not attractive, right? But he had this bewitching thing. He would hypnotize the girl, bite her neck, and turn a woman that was repulsed by him into one of his followers or minions, and then she would do his bidding. That's Dracula. Yeah. It's not a bunch of no body fat little jerks.
Well, the guy who they have playing, the guy in Twilight is unbelievably gorgeous.
And he goes out during the day.
And he flies up on trees and stuff. I had a couple girlfriends who thought they were hysterical laughing.
But what I'm saying is that when you watch that film and you see that stupid woman who wrote those books, does it make you want to puke? That's not Dracula. They went out during the day. That kills a vampire during the day.
Yeah, they do break a lot of vampire
And he
rules.
had to go. Remember, Dracula would have to, it's almost sunrise. Blah. And the woman would go, no, let me go down on you one more time. Blah, no, I've got to go. And she was sucking Dracula off because she was his minion. And the guy would go, Gloria, what is the matter with you? What is the matter with you? Oh, James, I love him. I love him so much. What are those marks on your neck? I mean, that was Dracula. They've ruined it. It's more dramatic. It's more interesting. It's just filled with stuff. Now you got a bunch of teenagers. I didn't see it. My kids went to see it. I don't know if they liked it or not. But the thing is that what is the story of Twilight? Just quickly, how did they change this thing?
Well, really, ultimately, Twilight is kind of a Romeo and Juliet story. It's a forbidden love story for teenage girls, and that's the appeal. And that's what makes those books so popular with that set. And so, being that there's that popularity for the movie. I mean, for the books, the movie kind of just taps into that. The movie is a pretty faithful adaptation of the book. Now, I haven't read the books, but that's what I hear. And so, they kind of make the vampires into these, kind of emo kids that are, it's the hunky Rob Pattinson, and he's the broody, good-looking kid, and, but the teenage girls love it.
I would love to make a movie about a hunchback with a huge penis that just screws them all. I wrote a short story like that in college because I wasn't a hunchback, but I felt kind of left out, and I thought, one pretty girl decides to screw the hunchback. And, of course, once the number one pretty girl does it, all of a sudden, he becomes, a hot commodity at the school. So I handed this in, and I remember thinking, now it's more true than then. Once somebody decides, it would be so much fun if they would have a hero that was ugly or, wasn't physically attractive. Because more kids are worried about their looks, and they're not as attractive as these people in these movies,
Oh, I agree.
You know what? You don't give a shit. You just care about putting the reviews together.
You lost me, too.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying is, I'm really arguing more that there's no purity to any of the stories that are being told.
You're right.
None of them.
Yeah.
How do you screw with Dracula, who can go around during the day and only bites people that he likes?
I don't know. It's all about looks.
God forbid. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about the movies.
Matt Atchity, RottenTomatoes.com. Let's go over poor Jennifer Aniston, who for some reason can't keep a man, and they keep giving her movies. It's a movie. What she and this dog? What do they do? She and the dog. Marley and Me.
It's Marley and Me. It's the adaptation of the wildly popular book, and I think this movie's going to do really well this year.
Yeah, well.
People are. It's as long as they manage to make a decent version of the book, and that's what it's shaping up to be. Then people are going to, she's pretty hot. I mean,
she's gorgeous. She's
on the cover of the magazine the other day, right?
She's gorgeous.
GQ, yeah. I mean, she looks great.
But there's something wrong with her. I think she might have some sort of an odor.
She might just be picking the wrong guys.
No, I think she has an odor, man.
She doesn't have
Well,
an
she could be, I mean, Jay, we all know those types of girls that are just awesome and just gorgeous, and they just seem to keep picking the wrong guys, right? I mean, maybe that's the case.
There are a lot of beautiful women that in the end and great-looking guys, too. They're boring.
Yeah.
In the end, they're kind of boring. I think she's a nice person.
She might be a bitch. Who knows?
No, she's not. I never have heard that. I've heard it. I don't think Brad Pitt is brilliant, by the way. I think he's a nice fellow, and that he is in what is
Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
I think it looks great.
I don't think he's a good enough actor to act as deeply as he had to. You know what he was terrible in? The one where he played Death, and he came back.
Meet Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black.
Yeah, he wasn't a strong enough actor. That script wasn't actor-proof. You needed an actor in that thing. Did you see this Benjamin Button thing where he goes backwards?
I have not seen it yet, actually. I'm dying to see it.
Do you think he's strong enough as an actor to do that?
I think that within a certain range, he's really good. And I think that he might, Benjamin Button could be a good role for him. I think that, for instance, I mean, as much as the movies are arguably kind of throwaway movies, he's great in the Ocean's 11 movies. Mm-hmm. And, within a certain zone, when he did that part, but his first big part was in Thelma and Louise, and he's fantastic. So when he's kind of playing that pretty boy or variations on that, of that romantic lead, he can be really great. But when, sometimes, like with Meet Joe Black, I think that movie had problems other than him as well. But
I think he's a very capable actor.
I think he is. Yeah, I think he's really capable when he's within his certain
He is just
comfort
so
zone.
stunning, it doesn't even matter, though. But I think he's going to be good in this
See, it's
movie.
that no body fat
He's gonna
stuff.
be good.
I just can't. I'm sick of him.
That movie's going to be a tearjerker.
Not just because of me. Not because I never was and never would be that kind of person. But I have to tell you, I just wish sometimes it would be a little more European. You go to a French film, and kind of a normal-looking person is getting laid. A guy like you and me, Matt, gets laid in a French film, okay?
Right, like Gerard Depardieu or Jean Reno. Like, those aren't skinny guys, right?
No, but you know what? Those are the handsome fat guys. There's a whole level of guy that is just like a normal kind of a guy. Normal-looking guy, right?
But not in
we don't
Hollywood.
have that in the United States, and it just pisses me off. And I have been very lucky. I have no complaints. I know where I stand and what I play and all of that. But I just think that the movies would be so much better if they would do that, but they won't even try it,
Yeah, it's, that's part of the whole, well, I'll tell you, arguably actresses have it worse.
Yes.
Hey, I'm not a woman, so I don't care. I don't care. How's that sound? You like that? I don't care. I only care about me, okay?
Well, there you go.
And my gender. Matt Atchity from RottenTomatoes.com, where they put together all of the reviews, and you look at them. So let's go back to my question. Nobody liked the movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still. 78%.
21% liked it.
Yeah, 79% didn't like it, whatever. And yet, it was number one. You may not like the number, but it was number one. What does that say about your site and people that go to it?
What I see is that had the movie gotten a higher critical response, something where, up in the 60s or above where we rate it fresh, it probably would have done a lot more movie. I think a lot more business at the box office. I think what happens is that, a huge marketing push can almost guarantee a big opening weekend and get you the number one spot. On a certain level, the marketing can almost buy that position. But really, if the movie isn't good enough, then it just crashes and burns, and then nobody sees it again, or it doesn't last. The word of mouth will be bad. So Day the Earth Stood Still did a great opening weekend, but chances are it's not going to stay at number one this week.
You're hoping that it fails, aren't
What
you?
can we do to get Slumdog Millionaire up there?
Yes,
the problem with Slumdog Millionaire is that it's not getting a wide release.
Yeah.
So it's in such
But
limited
it's going to get Oscar noms, I can feel.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
And
wonderful.
half of America is going to think it's black people, okay?
Yeah.
That's true.
It's wonderful. Well, I hope that guy, Dev Patel, I hope he gets the Oscar.
You know who I really feel sorry for is the woman from Entertainment Weekly, Lisa Schwartzbaum.
Why?
That horrible name.
What about Owen Gleiberman?
Yeah, what is that with you? And you're Matt Atchity. Is it? Do people with horrible names go into the review business? What is the deal?
Well, you can't get jobs as an actor with names like that, right?
No, you have to change
it's not
your
an
name.
easy name like Jay Thomas.
No, but that's a made-up name. That's it.
Well,
I'm not going to be Johnny Gazzino. I wouldn't have worked. Would have never worked.
Yeah, I guess it never occurred to me to change my name.
Change your. It's like on NPR, everybody has their own name. You're like Sylvia Polgioli, and I'm thinking, change your name, honey, to Sylvia Jackson, and you move right to NBC.
What about this one actress, Michelle Trachtenberg?
Oh my God,
she kept her name.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Have you heard the story that Natalie Portman was interviewed for a part in Doubt, but with John Patrick? Is it
Shanley?
Shanley.
Yeah.
He said she couldn't get the idea of a nun and celibacy, and he couldn't hire her because she couldn't imagine why people don't screw. Have you ever heard this? I just read that the other day.
No, I did read something about how Amy Adams was desperate to get a part in that movie.
Right.
And she was so hopeful, like she kept calling Shanley's people wanting to see if Portman had actually picked up the part.
No, they wouldn't take her because they kept saying, nuns don't screw, Natalie. And she kept, I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. Hey, go to RottenTomatoes.com. Matt Atchity is the editor of the whole thing. Matt, thank you very much. What's your favorite movie? We got like 30 seconds. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie of all time?
Yeah.
Favorite movie of all time, without hesitation, is...
Mr. Holland's Opus. That's what I thought. Thank you, Matt, very much for being on the Jay Thomas Show. Who's your favorite actor in that movie, man?
Jay
Thomas, of course it is. There you go. Thank you very much. Hey, Matt, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
What really is your favorite movie, Matt?
What is it, Matt?
Oh.
Mr. Holland's Opus again. Bow. What up?
Hello, I'm Barbara Walters. I want to tell you about what's coming up on Here's Barbara. On Monday, on my year-end special, we have 3 fascinating guests that Bill and I have had on this
$1 million radio giveaway of ultra-pure omega berry fish oil capsules because they want everyone to experience the health benefits of pharmaceutical-grade omega berry fish oil. Oil yourself with a free bottle. Call right now and we'll also send you a free skin rejuvenating serum for fine lines and wrinkles. For your free bottle and free serum, call now. 1-800-446-1954. 1-800-446-1954. 1-800-446-1954.